Out as Margaret.
Margaret Clitheroe, you've been brought from the Castle of York to this Guildhall on this, the 14th March in the year of grace 1586, and you are indicted of felony for that you have harboured and maintained Jesuit and seminary priests, traitors to the Queen's Majesty and her laws, and that you have had mass said.
Margaret Clitheroe, how say you? Are you guilty of this indictment or no?
Woman, you should not be standing before the judges with your hat on. Take it off.
I'm sorry. I will remove it.
Now, Margaret Clitheroe, what say you to these offences?
I know of no offence for which I should confess myself guilty.
Woman, how will you be tried?
Having made no offence, I need no trial.
The law lays down that those who refuse to submit their case to a jury shall be executed with greater cruelty. You must be tried.
Then I will be tried by none, but by God and your own consciences. I have done no wrong.
If then you will not put yourself to be tried, hear your judgment. You shall return to the place from whence you came and taken to the lowest part of the prison. There you shall be stripped naked, laid down, your back upon the ground, and as much weight laid upon you as you are able to bear, and so to continue 3 days without meat or drink, except a little barley bread and puddle water, and the 3rd day be pressed to death, your hands and feet tied to posts, and a sharp stone under your back. Look to her, Master Sheriff.
Agnes Tesh! How did you get inside this cell? I was told by the jailer that none is permitted to speak with me, but such as are appointed by the Council of the North.
Margaret, I must give you a warning. A couple by the name of Yoward are going to be put in this cell to spy on you. They're being transferred from the debtor's prison.
Oh, thank you for the warning.
I also wanted to help you make this cell a little more habitable. This low prison is but a little above the mud of the River Ouse. We'll put this pail underneath the drip.
That's better.
The whole city is in an uproar about the sentence, but the council are countering by saying you are possessed with a merry devil and seek your own death. Why did you not plead?
I knew that if I should have put myself for trial by jury, evidence must needs have come against me, which I know none could give but only my children and servants. Oh, thank God I can no longer be the occasion of another's death, or bring them to sufferings, or be the cause of the shipwreck of their faith.
Margaret.
Shh. What is it, Agnes?
I thought I heard something. No, I must be mistaken.
Well, you haven't told me yet how you find yourself here.
I was arrested on Saturday and was accused of having been seen hearing mass in your house.
Oh.
I don't know how long the jailer will let me stay.
You bribed him.
He provides the meanest food at the most exorbitant price and denies us the very necessaries of life.
Alas, the only way he has of making a living is by the money he gets out of his prisoners.
Margaret, someone is coming.
I brought you 2 cellmates, Mistress Margaret Clitheroe.
I'm Mrs. Yoward, and this little fellow that's half my width and half my height is my good husband, Mr. Yoward.
How do you do?
Which one of you is Mrs. Clitheroe?
I am.
My wife and I were informed you'd not to have any visitors, Margaret Clitheroe.
Now, husband, come off your high horse. This lady's time is short enough without the likes of us bothering her. We are not of the old faith, Mrs. Clitheroe. We accept the new established church, as ordered by Queen and Parliament. I think, in fairness, I must make this clear.
Thank you for telling me, Mrs. Yoward.
I'm a woman who speaks her mind.
Which makes 2 of us, Mrs. Yoward.
You pluck, young lady. Admire pluck. Well, me and Mr. Yoward leave you now to your business with your friend, and we'll try to keep out of your way, unless you want us for anything.
Well, that's very kind of you, Mrs. Yoward.
Well, come on now, husband. Let's make this new roof over our heads a little like old.
Agnes, how long do you think I have to live?
The talk is they want you dead within the week.
I knew they sought my blood, but I didn't think they sought it so swiftly. Agnes, I crave your prayers that I might persevere.
You know you have them, Margaret.
I want you also to get word out to Father Mush, desiring him to pray earnestly for me.
I'll see that it is done.
Agnes, God sent you here to my side. Your company has always brought me cheer. But I want to take advantage of these fleeting moments. You know, Agnes, I see a pattern in my life. It's as if someone on high has taken me by the hand and led me on a marvellous journey, clearly laid out and signposted. I want to go back with you over this wondrous journey. I would have been about 10 years old. There was a torchlight procession approaching the marketplace. First came a cart and a horse, and then the sheriff and the officers of the archbishop. They were escorting a shrunken, sullen-faced man, carrying a pile of leather volumes. Behind him were other officers carrying beautiful mass vestments. The sheriff climbed onto a cart, while two men with torches set light to a brazier full of faggots. I couldn't take my eyes off the sullen-faced man. The flickering flames etched deeper into his face. He held up his hands in supplication towards the sheriff.
No more, Sheriff. I've sold you my soul. What more do you want of me?
What you have sold in private you must repeat in public, and then everybody knows. Afterwards you're a free man.
Free? To wander a man branded as a traitor to all he once held dear.
Now you pull yourself together. It'll soon be over. Citizens of York, gather round and come and see what we have here. Not too close, not too close. Spread out now so that you can all see. As you all know, or all should know, by Acts of Parliament, the supremacy of the Church in England has been restored to the Crown, which means that in matters pertaining to religious practice we do what Her Majesty the Queen of England, our gracious Elizabeth, lays down for our benefit.
Why, when did she become a bishop?
Did I hear treason spoken? Under the guidance of our gracious Queen Elizabeth, we have the second book of Common Prayer to guide us in our worship. The Mass is abolished.
About time, too.
No one can abolish the Mass. Christ himself instituted it at the Last Supper.
The Queen and Parliament have decreed that saying Mass and hearing Mass is no longer lawful. The bishops who have refused to accept this fact and who have not taken the oath of supremacy upholding the Queen to be head of the Church in England have been deprived of their sees and arrested. The clergy who have not obeyed their instructions to tear down altars and rood lofts and destroy vestments, bells, censers, crosses, candlesticks, holy water stoups, statues and service books of the old faith are now coming under the scrutiny of the Commissioners for Causes Ecclesiastical. This prisoner is one of them. Bring him forward.
Right, come on in. Get on there. Come on.
Look at the wretch. His name is Edward Reeks, and he was a priest in Boroughbridge. He thought he knew better than Queen and Parliament, and concealed in his house forbidden books. Now, Edward Reeks, by the wisdom of the Commissioners, has been condemned to a practical form of penance, which will serve to instruct at the same time you, who are still steeped in ignorance and superstition. You're about your business, disobedient priest. Destroy the books.
Oh. It's a beautiful illuminated missal for saying Mass.
This is what we do with all useless articles of popery and superstition. Burn them.
Sacrilege. Stop it, Father. Don't do it.
He'll do what he's told, woman. Don't go away, ladies. We're coming to the most interesting parts. Bargains for you all. Now, look at these fine cloths. Vestments. Chasubles made of the finest silk, satin and velvet. Look at the craftsmanship, ladies. Ladies, you're not going to pass up such good bargains for old superstitious fears.
Superstition, is it? The Mass has been said since the Apostles. Why should it be wrong now?
Are you questioning the Queen and Parliament?
Can even queens change the laws of God?
Arrest that woman! She's talking treason!
Come on. Let me be! Oh, Father, you can't do this. Reading from those holy books, wearing those vestments, you have served our Lord's designs, lending him your body and your voice.
In persona et in nomine Christi.
What is that you said in Latin, Reeks?
I was summing up what she said, and what used to be the teaching.
And what does it mean?
In the name of Christ, in the person of Christ.
Look at him, look at this miserable wretch, and ask yourself if he could ever stand in the name of Christ, in the person of Christ. You'd better lend yourself to this, Reeks. Here's a knife.
Please, Father, no more sacrilege.
Take that woman away.
Come on.
Don't do it, Father!
Where you belong.
Cut out all the linings and the interlinings so that we can sell the stuff for dresses for wives or coverlets for beds. You'll be back where you started if you don't. Well, Reeks, haven't you had enough? Do you want to go back for more? Make the cuts, Reeks. Go on. Cut the vestments. Cut, Reeks, or there'll be other punishments. Again, Reeks. And what have you to say as you rend them? Don't forget the words, Reeks.
The Mass is abolished in England. The Mass is abolished.
The sheriff and the officers threw water on the brazier to put it out. It all seemed so harsh and destructive. I remember sitting by my father's bed just before he died and asking him why those beautiful things had been destroyed. He was a sheriff of York, too.
I'll try to answer for both our sakes as honestly as I can. It means going back to the days of the Queen's father, Henry VIII. Henry wanted to divorce his wife, Queen Catherine, but the Pope refused. So he broke with Rome and made himself head of the church within his realm. He believed in the Mass and the old religion, but he didn't accept the Pope as head anymore.
Then who abolished the Mass?
His son Edward.
But why?
Politics. These are above the understanding of the likes of us.
So you men would have your womenfolk believe, Father?
If you want an explanation, think of the new religion as a middle road.
What if the middle road leads to the wrong place?
Look, Margaret, I saw Robert Aske lead a pilgrimage of grace in King Henry's time, and I remember his rotting corpse hanging in chains from the castle tower.
But where do your sympathies lie, Father?
How can a wax chandler like me become enthusiastic for a new religion that does away with the burning of candles?
You make light of the question, Father.
Oh, you've a ready wit, Margaret. And God's given you a comely face and beauty correspondent. But be careful and to endow a chantry so masses could be said for the repose of my soul. I want you to promise, Margaret.
Yes, Father.
That if the time comes when mass is once more said in England, you'll have masses said for me.
I will, Father. I will.
I want to rest now. Is that your mother I hear?
It is, good husband, it is.
Both of you sit with me for a while.
Oh, you look tired, Thomas, dear.
I'd like the vicar, Thomas Grayson, to pay me a visit this night.
Thomas Grayson? I hear that he may soon be in trouble for keeping Catholic books with a friend in the country. Well, not him.
That's why I want him. Tell him I'm in need of the last rites of the old faith. If I'm to depart this world, I'll go anointed as my father and his father before him. I'll have no new rites concocted by hedge priests and the Queen's ministers, and light candles for my extreme unction.
My father died shortly afterwards. The church seemed cold and empty, stripped of all its altars. No requiem was allowed. But as the solemn procession left the church, the choir broke into the plain chant of the old, forbidden Dies Irae.
Dies Irae, Dies Illa, Solve Secum in favilla, Teste Davidicum Sibylla.
There seemed a link with all the previous centuries, as the notes echoed round the ancient church walls, filling in the gaps in time and directing minds to first beginnings. My mind still, as the will was read.
I, Thomas Middleton, wax chandler of this parish and the Sheriff of York, leave to each of the 4 wards of the city 3 shillings and 4 pence for the poor, and ask them to pray for me. To my youngest daughter, Margaret, I leave 1 silver goblet and 6 spoons. To her goes the right of inheritance of the house in Davygate, York, after the death of my wife, Jane, her mother. Pray for me.
Eternal rest give unto him, O Lord, light shine upon him. May he rest in peace. Amen.
I heard you talking about your father, Thomas Middleton, Mrs. Clitheroe. A fine man he was.
Yes.
Though your mother wasn't very long a widow, was she? I knew Lord Mayor Henry May soon saw to that. Your mother's money took Henry May from the beggar's staff and provided the means of advancement, I'll be bound.
I want you to meet your new father, Margaret, Mr. Henry May.
But Father has been dead only 4 months, Mother.
We need a man about the house. I need a husband, you a father.
And I promise you I'll treat you like my very own flesh and blood, young lady.
Mr. May's a very fine man, Margaret. He'll look after both of us.
I didn't like the way he looked at me, and I always felt uncomfortable when he was near me. I was so happy when I was 17 and my marriage was arranged, and I was able to get away from my innkeeper stepfather.
I may be some years older than you, Margaret, but I promise I'll be a good husband to you.
And I a good wife to you, John Clitheroe.
Oh, you're a merry lass. And I'll see you have a happy life. We'll go to banquets and feasts where wives are shown the greatest honour. and where we can renew neighbourly love and friendship. Good food, good wine, good company, and we'll all be merry together, eh?
Like the guests at our wedding.
Aye.
Listen to them.
And you'll be the prettiest, wittiest, and comeliest of them all.
I will try to be a good wife. I know that as a purveyor of meat, you have to travel often.
Aye. And when I'm travelling in rain and wind, snow and hail, sometimes drenched, sometimes sweating, I'll think of my good wife and the ease and the joys and the pleasures you'll do me on my return.
If it's cold, I'll have a good fire where your shoes will be removed, your feet washed, and have fresh shoes and stockings. And then you'll sit down, be given good food and wine, and be well served and well looked after. And finally I'll see you well bedded in white sheets and nightcaps. Methinks, as my mother has told me, such service maketh a man to love and desire to return to his home and see his good wife, and be distant with other women.
And methinks this marriage has indeed been made in heaven, even though it was arranged, and I've not sung thee woeful ballads and sighed like a furnace.
Oh, I've looked forward to becoming a wife, and have need of neither sighs nor ballads. I have vowed to love, cherish, and obey you, John Clitheroe, and that I will, in that same order.
Well, the Lord certainly blessed your union and made you a plentiful mother in children, Margaret.
God be thanked. He's been so good to me. I remember the firstborn as if it were yesterday.
Oh, I'm so happy, Mother, so happy. He's wonderful.
And so are you, Margaret. Do you know, Henry, she's taken over the care and education of my first wife's children. She's taken charge of the shop downstairs, and she manages to keep a sharp eye on the servants and apprentices. I commit all to her trust and discretion. And on top of it all, she's provided me with another son. I think it calls for a celebration, Henry. Let's have some wine.
So be it, John.
John loves company, Mother. I have never been to so many parties and banquets.
I am happy for you both. Oh, look, he's opening his eyes. Oh, Henrik, I'm in store for you, I wonder.
You'll all be attending the execution at the pavement, I trust.
Execution?
I've been in. Thomas Percy, Earl of Northumberland, is being publicly executed as one of the leaders of the rebellion 3 years ago.
I thought he had fled to Scotland.
He had, but he was purchased from the Scots for the sum of £2,000.
But when was his trial?
Well, none was needed. He'd been condemned by Act of Attainder.
Ballads both sides of the border curse both buyers and sellers. I doubt the wisdom of this public spectacle in the marketplace.
Can't. Pity, though. An execution's good for business. Whets the thirst.
Henry, the Earl is much loved by many people.
Aye, by papists. He tried to help that papist whore, Mary Queen of Scots, escape. If it had anything to do with me, I wouldn't give him any choice but the headsman's axe.
What choice will he have?
If he agrees publicly to conform, he'll be set at liberty.
There's nothing like the beheading of an earl to bring out the crowd. Trade back at the inn. We really should be there now.
Thomas Percy, Earl of Northumberland, you are condemned to be beheaded for the heinous crime of treason. But before this vast multitude who have come to see you die, I am empowered to offer you life and liberty on certain conditions. But you must renounce the Pope and the Roman Catholic Church and agree to be an obedient servant of Her Majesty, and from henceforward attend the services of the new authorized religion of this realm. Do you, Thomas Percy, Earl of Northumberland, accept Her Gracious Majesty's clemency, renounce the Pope, and agree to go to the new services as laid down by Queen and Parliament?
No, I cannot. I must stand by that church which, throughout the whole Christian world, is knit and bound together under one universal head. In this same faith, I'm about to end this unhappy life. But as for this new English church, I do not acknowledge it.
You are dying an obstinate papist, a member not of the Catholic but of the Roman Church.
That which you call the Roman Church is the Catholic Church, which has been founded on the teachings of the apostles, Jesus Christ himself being its cornerstone, strengthened by the blood of martyrs, honoured by the recognition of the early fathers. And it continues always the same, being the church against which, as Christ our Saviour said, the gates of hell shall not prevail. Now, before my death, I beg all present to forgive me, and I declare that I, for my part, forgive all from my heart.
He knelt down and remained a few moments in silent prayer. Then he made the sign of the cross and folded his arms in the form of a cross on his chest. Laying his head upon the block, he prayed again. The executioner raised his axe.
Lord, receive my soul.
Oh God, receive his soul into eternal rest.
Oh God,
I was becoming aware that the old Catholic faith was the faith of our fathers, and had been since the world was first delivered from idolatry and paganism. I was also finding no substance nor comfort in the ministers of the new gospel, so I carefully employed myself to know about this heritage and become a member of the true church. In those days, the fury of the persecution was only just beginning, Catholic times being fresh in the memory of all. I remember the first time I saw the chief deviser and contriver of our troubles, Henry Hastings, Earl of Huntingdon, Lord President of the North. It was shortly after his appointment, when he invited the leading citizens to meet him. There was to be a banquet with the Lord Mayor afterwards. John and I were invited, and so was my stepfather, Henry May. The Lord President swept in, acknowledging no one, and began immediately to address us all.
My Lord Mayor, aldermen and prominent citizens of York, as a cousin of Her Glorious Majesty the Queen and the new President of the Council in these parts, I bring you her greetings and a special message. By former commissions, the Queen's Council within your divisions commanded you to certify what persons, misliking the doctrine now taught and the religion now established, do absent themselves from the new services. In the execution of this, some of you have been remiss, careless, and negligent. We therefore charge and command you that before the 15th day of December next, you do provide the names, qualities, and degrees of every such person who absents himself or herself from the new services, whether he be knight, justice of the peace, squire, gentleman, freeholder, or other. Fail you not in the diligent execution of this, for you will answer the contrary at your peril, given under our signet the 27th day of October, the 16th year of our reign. You look taken aback by the message, my Lord Mayor of York.
We feel rebuked, Lord President.
Rebuked, Lord Mayor? You should feel more than rebuked for your past indolence and indifference to the orders of Her Majesty and Council. You should feel threatened.
Threatened?
Then you will know how to pass the fear in your stomach on to these recusants.
Lord President, we have already jailed many of them.
But for how long? Have you exercised the powers you have to keep them in prison for life, if necessary? It is clear you have not. Well, gentlemen, we will lose no time initiating a campaign against recusants. You, the corporation, will compel church wardens to report to you, along with parish constables and other discreet and honest persons of every parish. Your parish committees will also certify the names of all who are fugitives and fled out of the realm for religion or any other cause or notorious crime, and of such as do lurk and be kept secret in any house, town, or other place, and in whose houses they be so kept and maintained. The said malefactors are to be apprehended and brought in safe custody to the council. Do you understand? I do not hear you. Gentlemen, from your lips must come the words, "We understand and we will carry out your instructions, Lord President."
Then be about your business, Mayor and Corporation of York. Hunt down these papists in our midst.
Worried men bowed their heads in silence as he stormed out. My husband and my stepfather couldn't get him out of their minds, even at the banquet.
He beareth the very countenance of a tyrant.
He has much power. He's also a kinsman of the Queen, John.
Should any man have the power and influence to make us into common informers against our neighbours?
Be careful what you say, John. You come from a papist family.
Don't we all, Henry?
John, be quiet for both our sakes. You cannot say such things with impunity in so public a place. Especially when we will be among those discreet and honest persons who make these inquiries.
Nay, not me, Henry. Nearly all the butchers' wives in York remain loyal to the old church.
Our recusants and papists, you mean? John, all here will be expected to take part in the Earl's campaign against the papists. If you don't, you'll be immediately suspect, and your chances of attaining any further offices in the corporation will be negligible. You must be on the committees.
It would be only a token gesture.
Token gesture, they're all that are wanted. You must show openly you're for the council. Now, let's give them the lip service they require. You have here two who will hunt down these infamous papists, my Lord Mayor. I, Henry May, and my friend and relation by marriage, John Clitheroe.
There you have a man who speaks for England.
I think we've just taken a most judicious step towards where power, preference and influence lie in this city.
You have, Henry. You have. I still hesitate.
John, your own brother William is a priest. How can you join those bent on persecuting him?
I won't persecute anyone.
But you volunteered. And one of your duties will be taking names and reporting anyone who does not attend the new services.
Better me doing it than anyone else. I shall be a very poor informer, Margaret.
You'll also be a very poor Catholic while you're working for the Lord President.
This is a time of storm, Margaret, and while this storm rages, I don't see how anyone can continue to be a Catholic. Not with the fines, forfeiture of goods, and finally imprisonment for life for those who persist. No. We'll yield, we'll bend to this storm, until that storm is overpast.
Oh, John, you're so lukewarm, you're so confused. Storms are nothing new. Civil authority crucified Peter, the first bishop of Rome. He didn't bend to the storm. The early Christians were thrown to the lions. They didn't run away or bend to the storm either. We have to stand up and face the fury of this present storm.
You're asking me to risk losing everything.
Yes, to gain everlasting happiness.
We have to be practical.
But I am practical. I look after the shop, the house, and all the daily chores. I see to the children. In the 1,001 affairs of each day, I am practical.
Yes, I admit you are practical in all these things.
Oh, John, I am also practical in my desire to get to heaven and to take with me all those I love the dearest. Riches I desire none, for we have already too much. You yourself, John, cannot lift up your head to God for the weight of your worldly goods. Trying to talk with you about spiritual matters is like, wrestling with the wind.
So I tried to remain constant, while John tried to bury his conscience. But he always quietly supported me. In some ways he suffered more than I did. As for me, my many periods of imprisonment proved to be a most happy and profitable school, where I learned to read both English and Latin, and to develop commodiously the Christian virtues. They persecuted me, and I thereby learned patience. They shut me up into close prison, and I thereby learned to forget and despise the world. They separated me from house, children, and husband, and I thereby became familiar with God. Oh, but the joy of returning home to John and the children, how I missed them.
To Margaret, to a life of happiness and fulfilment.
We'll all drink to that.
I thank you all from the bottom of my heart, especially my good husband, John, and his friends Thomas Fisher and Thomas Temple here present for pledging themselves for the bond for my release. Thank you.
It's wonderful to have you home again, Margaret. Nothing's been the same without you.
All right, you see. What a good husband I found for you, Margaret, eh? He pays your fines, he suffers your absences, he goes before courts and councils on your behalf, and he still thinks you're the best wife in the world.
She is.
Aye, when she's here. I couldn't put up with an empty marriage bed like you do, John.
You've shown you can't put up with an empty bed, Henry. It's hardly been empty since Margaret's mother passed on.
Oh, are you referring to the two serving wenches who provided me with certain comforts and consolations during the lonely days following my sad bereavement, Agnes?
Well,
Yeah, see? You're embarrassed, I'm not. Gossip doesn't worry me. Oh, in these days, in the circles I move in, it would do me more harm for them to know I've been dining with papists like yourselves than sleeping with my serving wenches.
Henry.
Eh? And for your information, one of those serving wenches, Anne Thompson, I intend to make an honourable woman of and marry her. Huh? Aye. Now, who's going to propose a toast to my intended nuptials?
I hope you will be very happy, Father.
Thank you, Margaret. Aye. I'm glad you're concerned for my happiness. It's a pity your husband didn't follow my path.
Your path wasn't mine, Henry.
Aye, well, the greater the pity, John Clitheroe, or you too might be now within reach of the highest office of this city.
The office of Lord Mayor?
Yes, the office of Lord Mayor.
Yes, I'd heard rumours, but has the Earl of Huntingdon approved of you then?
Oh, why shouldn't he? The Lord President of the Council of the North and me are good friends. My readiness to apply the laws against recusants, unlike many important men of this city, brought me to his notice, as I knew it would. Aye. And, though I had to prove that despite a stepdaughter I'd brought up properly in the new religion and who, because of evil influences, had returned to the superstitions of Rome, that I myself was a man to be relied upon. So I organised raids and made many arrests, though I was able to turn a blind eye in certain cases. Oh, yes, the Earl of Huntingdon, Lord President of the Council in the North, a kinsman of our great, gracious Queen, is backing Henry May. In other words, you're looking at the next Lord Mayor of York. Now, let's drink to that. Oh, come on. What are you waiting for? Oh, I know you're going to give me that. What doth it profit a man if? If what? I'm not interested.
If he gained the whole world and suffered the loss of his own soul.
No, I'm still not interested. I'd gain the world if I could. Aye, I'd hold it all in my hands today. Give me it, now. The world, the flesh, the power. I'll take me chance with eternity.
You're a bigger fool than I thought, Henry.
Fool? I'll show you who's a fool. I'll hunt down all papists and traitors, and you, stepdaughter Margaret Clitheroe, in my year of office, are going to conform. I'll see to it. Even if your husband there's too soft and blind to it, your stepfather Henry May isn't. Aye, I'm leaving. Now remember, here in Mass is treason and a hanging offence, and which of you here, apart from John, doesn't hear Mass, eh? Mark my words, all offenders will be brought to justice. Every one of you will either end up rotting in prison or dancing from the end of the gallows. Sleep on that, the lot of you!
I'll be hanged if they'll stop me hearing Mass.
Oh, Margaret. I see prison has not deprived you of your sense of humour.
No, prison provided me with time for meditation. Before I left prison, I made 2 resolutions.
Speak not of them openly, Margaret. What we do not know, we cannot be forced to utter.
Then one I will tell you, because it concerns you, and one I will keep in the innermost corner of my soul. As there is no Mass centre in these parts of York, I intend to have a secret place constructed, and Mass said in this very house.
I was told you wanted to see me.
Yes, Father John. Now that I am temporarily delivered from prison, I have straight away set about to provide places for Mass.
Places? More than one?
2 places. One is to be a secret chamber in the roof adjoining this house, where I might go at any time without being seen by watchers or informers. I am hoping I will be able to go to Mass each day with my children and others.
And the second place?
It will be some distance from here, but it will only be known to those who are faithful and discreet, so that Mass can be said there when it is no longer safe to be said here.
It will also require 2 lots of vestments, chalices, plates.
Oh, they will all be plentifully provided for both places.
Margaret, but you do know the new penalties.
Yes, but I am not afraid to have Mass said and do well. This is a time of war and trial in God's church, and if I cannot do my duty without peril and dangers, then by God's grace I will not be slacker because of them. If God's priests dare venture themselves to my house, I will never refuse them.
John, you are making an early start.
I am ready, and my horse seems impatient to be on its way.
Oh, must you go?
I must, my love. I've been neglecting so much of late. It's many months since I visited the estate at Cornborough. I'll be back within the week, but Margaret,
Yes, John?
don't venture away from the house at any time. If you're outside on your own, they are bound to arrest you. Promise me to be most careful in all that you do.
I promise you.
Above all, promise me this, that you won't go out and take part in certain practices.
You mean go out to Mass?
Margaret! They have informers everywhere. And if the authorities here whispers that we have been even discussing this practice, it's enough to bring a raid upon my house. So please, Margaret, do not go out to Mass.
I promise you, John, while you are away, I will not go out of the house to Mass.
Qui pridie quam paterator,
Who, the day before he
cepit
suffered,
panem in
took
sancta
bread into his
venerabilis
holy and
manus
venerable
suas,
hands,
et elevatis oculis
and with his
in
eyes
caelum
lifted
ante
up
Deum
towards
Patrem
heaven,
suum
giving thanks
omnipotentem,
to thee, God,
tibi
his
gratias
Father
facem,
Almighty.
benedixit,
He blessed
fregit,
it, broke
dedit
it,
discipulis suis
and gave it to his
dicem,
disciples, saying,
Accipite
Take and eat
conducati
ye
ex
all
hoc
of
omnes,
this,
hoc
for
est
this
enim
is
corpus
my
meum.
body.
It was a joyous time, Agnes. I was able to attend daily Mass, and I found the sure, safe way.
What way is that, Margaret?
Finding a good priest to be my spiritual director, and then being obedient to his advice. The path becomes so clearly defined, so easy to follow.
Father John, I feel there is something wrong in me that I should amend. My spiritual efforts seem little or nothing.
On the contrary, Margaret, you're progressing well.
Oh, don't say that, Father. I know how unworthy I am in the sight of the Lord. Tell me what faults I must overcome.
Well, let us go over your plan of life and see how it's working out then. Starting in the morning?
Every morning I make my morning offering and kneel in prayer 1 hour and a half, meditating upon the passion of Christ. And I talk to him about himself and myself, what help I can give to my persecuted and imprisoned brothers and sisters, what words I can say that will bring waverers closer to him, and pass on my inner joy and tranquillity in the midst of these troubled times.
You do well. And after your prayer and meditation, you hear Mass.
Thanks to you priests who courageously continue to offer the Mass. I pray each day for all God's priests, especially you, my spiritual director.
And how I need your prayers, Margaret, how we all need them. But tell me, why at Mass do you usually choose the place next to the door to kneel, behind all the rest?
Because they're the worst and base seats, and it is the most unseemly corner in all the chamber.
I see.
But I commit everything to your guiding direction, Father. No prayer seems sweet, no time convenient, no orders straight, unless I have first agreed them with you in my twice-weekly confession.
That also is very good, Margaret. One's own spirit is a bad adviser, a poor guide to lead one through hostile, parched lands and dangerous paths of the interior life.
Do you think I should not kneel in my accustomed place, Father?
No. It is a good, small mortification to choose the worst for oneself. But it might also be good to vary it, if only to avoid routine.
I'll remember that, Father. My most delight is to kneel anywhere where I might continually behold the Blessed Sacrament.
Very good, Margaret. And after Mass?
I try not to begin anything in the house without first offering it up to him, desiring that I might do his blessed will thereby, and it be for his glory and honour. But I find it so difficult, Father, in the many diverse affairs of each day, to keep this good intention in every particular action.
Rome wasn't built in a day, Margaret. It is only by practising doing good, then by more practice, that virtue is acquired. Our little failures and defeats won't matter so long as we persevere in our interior struggle.
Remember what you say, and try not to be so disheartened by my failings.
Good.
But then I don't get to my evening prayer until 4 o'clock. Then I pray with my children about me, and I finish the day with prayer and a good examination of conscience.
And your spiritual reading?
The New Testament, Ream's translation, Kempis' Following of Christ. Again, I owe my ability to read to my time in prison. And I have now learned Our Lady's Matins in Latin.
You progress well. You're fasting.
First lunch.
We fasted 4 times a week, partly for lack of necessary victual. The same abstinence I try to slack not now that I am delivered from prison. Now as then I abstain from meat, and have but one meal on Monday, Wednesday, Friday and Saturday. On Friday I use the discipline when permission is given.
This week, Margaret, concentrate on keeping the presence of God and meditate on how more loving and generous he is than any human father. Talk to him as a loving daughter talks to her father.
That meditation will bring me great pleasure. And now I must needs be about my household duties.
And Margaret, as well as your rye bread, milk and pottage, take some meat Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Oh.
With you, Margaret, it is more necessary to use the bridle than the spur.
Very well, Father. But may I carve the better piece for others and please myself with the worst?
Yes, but take some meat.
And say an Ave Maria before I move my hand to anything upon the table?
Yes, say your Ave Marias and your rosaries. And Margaret...
Yes, Father.
Pray for me.
Was it on Father Mush's advice that you sent your eldest son, Henry, abroad, Margaret?
No, that was the other resolution I'd made in prison, though I did discuss the matter with Father Mush. I remember well the day I broke the news to the boy. We were coming from the Mass chamber, and we were closing the secret entrance in our part of the house. Anne was also with us.
It must be one of the best hiding holes in the country, Mother.
It was constructed by a very holy craftsman who so cleverly conceals his secret places that pursuivants have never found them.
They'll never find ours, Mother, if they search for years.
But we mustn't breathe a word to anyone about our hidey hole. So many lives may depend on it.
We won't, Mother.
And while we're alone, I have something to say that is for your ears only. You know that at any time I could be arrested and returned to prison. I fear not for myself, but only for what may happen to my family.
Have no fear for me.
You are both so young and so sturdy.
Though I am just a little frightened.
Well, so are we all, Henry, but we mustn't show it. There's a resolution which I made while I was in prison, and it concerns you, Henry.
In what way?
If I am returned to prison, they could have you taken away. I feel there is only one safe way.
What is that?
For you to leave the country and go across the sea to Douay. There you can have a virtuous education and find true knowledge that will allow you, after diligent work and study, to withstand any adversity.
Then I could become a priest.
Only if you had a vocation.
But you would be pleased if I became a priest, wouldn't you, Mother?
Oh, I think it is the highest of callings. The physician may heal the body, but the priest heals and gives joy to the inner soul. But don't become a priest because you think I would like to see you as a priest. Only if you know God wants it so.
How will I know that?
You will. You will.
How did you make up your mind, Mother?
I secretly took instruction, and the way seemed clear and well marked.
And since then I have employed myself to know well the ancient faith and become a lively member.
A lively member you have indeed become, Mother.
Happiness is doing what our Maker wants.
Then I too will do my best, even if it means leaving my home and you, Mother, to go abroad.
Good boy.
When will it be?
It must needs be done in all haste, Henry, without a backward glance even, without waiting for the morrow.
Today?
Today.
But what about Father?
You must go without his blessings or farewell. If he knows nothing until you have departed, he cannot be held responsible.
But how will you break the news to him?
Oh, leave that to me, Henry. You yourself face a hazardous journey. Your escape abroad will be set in motion at once. You will journey from friend's house to friend's house until you reach the coast where a passage can then be arranged. But always be on your guard. All strangers and travellers are marked men and looked upon with suspicion, and checks are made at every town and city gate.
All I ask for is your blessing, Mother, and I know all will go well.
May God be with you on this journey, and remain with you both on your journeys through life.
Amen.
Amen.
Having to tell John was one of the most difficult things I had to face. I prayed so hard for the right words. Perhaps my mind was so concerned with that problem that I was careless about letting the school children see the priest's hole.
Oh, yes, the school. They hunt schools with almost the same vigour as mass centres, and yet you managed to start a school in your house.
I had to find tuition for my children and the children round about. It also happened at that time that the schoolmaster, Mr. Stapleton, escaped from the castle where he'd lain 7 years in prison for his faith. So I gave him refuge, and he taught all my children and others beside.
I know that Christ appointed St. Peter to be the head of the church, because Christ said to him, Thou art Peter.
And this, Jan, is the room that leads to the secret mass chamber in the next house. Do you want to look inside?
Yeah, please.
Oh, Mother.
Anne?
I didn't know you were here. Jan is a new boy at the school, and I'm showing him the house. His mother is Dutch, but his father's English.
Yes, I know. I hope you're happy here, Jan.
Thank you, Mum.
But now you must hurry back to your class. I can hear them at work.
Can't I show Jan the mass chamber first?
No, your class comes first.
Very well, Mother. Come on, Jan.
Yeah.
The Church of Christ has 4 marks by which we may know her. She is one. She is holy. She is Catholic. She is apostolic.
It all happened so quickly. Perhaps I should have restricted them to only certain parts of the house.
You must not blame yourself for this fateful view of the secret entrance. As you said, your mind was on another problem at the time.
John's return. I was filled with doubt and disquiet. Father Mush was away, and I had no one to turn to for guidance. With feminine guile, I made John his favourite pies and wined and dined him like a king before I broke the news.
You don't know how much I was looking forward to your pies, Margaret. Nobody in the whole North Country can bake pies like you.
Is that all you missed me for, with pies?
You'll never know how much I did miss you. You're the best wife any man could have.
More wine.
Yes, fill it up and have some yourself.
A little. John, you know I'd like our children brought up in the faith.
Margaret, I pay your fines. I arrange for your release from prison on bond. I answer for your recusancy. I never even ask you how much you spend on food and relief for your friends in prison and for the sick and the destitute. I let you have your way. But if here and now in this country we didn't bring up our children as the state requires, we lose everything and both end up in jail.
Yes, for once I agree with what you say. If we tried to bring them up as I wished, we would both end up in jail.
At last you see the reasonableness of my arguments.
So I decided, even while I was in prison, there was only one thing to do.
Eh? Do what?
Do as I have done with Henry while you were away.
What have you done with Henry while I was away?
I did it while you were away so that you could not be implicated.
What have you done? What have you done, woman?
Do not shout at me, John.
What have you done?
I have sent Henry abroad to Douay.
To Dewey? To that seminary?
Yes.
Well, we're ruined. They're bound to discover he's missing. Don't you realise what you've done? How furious the authorities will be. Oh, and me a chamberlain of this city.
John, I love you and my family with all my heart. I did what I thought was right.
When you married me, do you remember your promise?
Yes.
You vowed to love, cherish and obey me.
That I have. And I do love you greatly. I do cherish you. And I obey you in all that is not against my conscience.
Oh.
John, those who decided to yield for a while and bend to the storm, they now seem lost to the faith and their children along with them.
Oh, Margaret, use your eyes. Look around this city where 40 years ago everyone was Catholic, and every morning in every church Mass began the day, where people walk round the streets praying the rosary. Where are they now? Vanished.
I have looked, and I'm sorrowed by what I see. But I will not desert and leave the small beleaguered fortress in this land with one less defender.
Even some priests would agree with me. If you asked them, they would say, let me die, I'm not worth endangering your life and your families. Don't give me refuge.
I have never met one.
Oh.
But if I did, I would reply, I'm not risking my life for you, Father, but for your priesthood.
And so you would endanger us all. Oh. Would you not do better looking after your family at home than your soul in prison? Where does your duty lie? What do your vows mean? Take these things to your prayers, Margaret.
John. Lord, Lord, I am assailed with conflicts and doubts. Must I no longer continue having the Mass celebrated here? Did you not ordain that this continuance of your Last Supper go on to the end of time? Am I neglecting a wife's and a mother's duty by going to prison? Is it mere selfishness? Lord, Lord, give me guidance and light. Here I am, Lord, to do your will. But what is your will? Jesu, 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 may your light shine forth. May your Mother Mary show me the true way. Sancta Maria, ora pro nobis. Sancta Dea Genitrix, ora pro nobis. Into your hands, Lord, I commend my spirit.
It was such a relief when Father Mush, my ghostly father, returned.
It is for your husband John's own safety not to know these things, unless he himself is resolved to live as a Catholic and face up to the dangers. And as for doing these things without his consent, I would say this. In doing your necessary duty to God, you are no whit inferior to him. Neither do the cruelties of wicked laws change anything. If it were lawful and a good deed before these statutes to have Mass celebrated and to receive his priests, the same is still lawful and well done, yea, and even more meritorious in God's sight than ever it was.
So my doubts vanished, and my resolutions were firm and clear. Yet in that same moment of joyous happiness, something told me that soon I might have to prepare my neck for the rope. Strange how thoughts run together, Agnes. I just then saw another neck, my stepfather's. Round it he was wearing the chain of office of the Lord Mayor of York. He was going to a banquet, where he was to meet none other than the Lord President of the Council of the North himself, the Earl of Huntingdon.
As the new Lord Mayor, may I say how honoured I am to have the Lord President of the North at my celebration inauguration. And it is my pleasure to inform you, Your Grace, that we, the Corporation, are sending you a ton of Gascony wine as just a small token of our appreciation.
Thank you, my Lord Mayor.
Now, let the music commence.
There are one or two things I would like to draw to your attention, Lord Mayor, if I can have a few moments of your time.
Well, of course you can, Your Grace. How can I be of assistance?
I am still concerned about recusancy in this city.
By my actions in the past, I hope I've proved that I do share your concern, Your Grace.
You have shown a certain amount of zeal, and I hope the council of this city, under your leadership, will act with even more determination and urgency now. I am informed that some members of the council and their families even do not give that example of coming to church that they ought to.
Oh, Your Grace knows all that will change now.
I hope so, Lord Mayor.
Surely there's no doubt about my loyalty.
Of course not, or you would not have been elected. My information is that those who are in these matters most peevish are the women of this place.
That is indeed so, Your Grace.
In one parish alone, I am reliably informed, there are 15 recusant wives of tradesmen, 7 of them wives of butchers.
I would think those figures correct.
One in particular is constantly mentioned in reports, a butcher's wife.
Oh?
One, Margaret Clitheroe, your stepdaughter, I believe, Lord Mayor.
A great thorn in my side, Your Grace.
A great thorn in all our sides. She misses no opportunity, my spies tell me, to spread the evil, pernicious doctrine in the street, in the market, in her shop, at banquets even. As a result, she has perverted many from the Queen's religion.
Well, Your Grace must also know that it is more than 15 years since she left my household and control.
I do.
And she has found no favour from me. She's been jailed 3 times and is now under house arrest.
But you did not bring about the arrests?
No. Again, I confess I did not.
Your late wife, being Margaret Clitheroe's mother, would present difficulties. Even the highest families at court have these troublesome relations. Even I have them.
I'm grateful for Your Grace's understanding in this matter. My wife died last year. It'll now be less difficult to take harsher measures.
I'm glad to hear of your new resolve, Lord Mayor. Are you, Lord Mayor, not the godfather of her eldest son, Henry?
That is so. It is a fact that everyone knows, and I've never failed to publicly confess.
How is your godchild? Or should I say, where is your godchild? Well, you do not answer, Lord Mayor. My intelligences tell me the boy has disappeared from the city of York and is now, more likely than not, overseas. As his godfather, you must have known of his disappearance. The secret could not have been kept long from you.
Well, I learned of it only after he had disappeared, Your Grace.
But you did not report it?
Well, I felt it was then too late.
I suppose you were afraid that such information might have prejudiced your chances of becoming Lord Mayor.
Oh, I don't know, Your Grace, but I assure you that in the future I will prove my unswerving loyalty.
Well, let me advise you on how you can convince me of your loyalty.
Oh, how, Your Grace?
By bringing a little terror and violence into the life of your stepdaughter. How commendable it would be if you could get her to conform in your year of office.
Well, I will certainly attempt it. Obstinate though we both know her to be.
No, she is only a woman, Lord Mayor, a mother of children. With all the powers we have in our hands, how can she withstand us?
Quite so. I'll give the matter immediate consideration.
Not consideration, Lord Mayor. I want immediate action.
Whatever you wish, Your Grace.
I would suggest this very Wednesday, the 9th.
The 9th it shall be.
Let us first call her husband to account. You and your officers, Lord Mayor, can begin by informing him that he is ordered to appear before the Council of the North early on Wednesday.
Yes, Your Grace.
Then, while he's being questioned, your sheriffs and their men can do what you have overlooked these years, Lord Mayor. They can raid the house of Margaret Clitheroe and tear it apart if necessary.
That will be done.
And you know what I want you to find, Lord Mayor? I want you to find the right sort of evidence.
Oh, my men will find all the evidence there is.
But I want a special kind of evidence. Evidence that will hang her. Evidence that will hang her, my Lord Mayor.
And so they raided your house, Margaret?
Yes. Father Mush was in his chamber in the secret place, so I dispatched one of my servants to warn him, and he escaped by way of my neighbour's house.
But I believe they almost caught the schoolmaster, Mr. Stapleton.
Yes. Mr. Stapleton was quietly teaching when a ruffian bearing a sword and buckler on his arm opened the door. Suspecting Mr. Stapleton to be a priest, he shut the door on him and called to his fellows.
I got a priest in here! I got a priest! Quick!
But Mr. Stapleton made a quick exit by the other door and rushed upstairs to the room with the secret entrance to the mass chamber.
He's getting away upstairs!
After him, men, after him!
He's locked the door on us!
Break it down!
It's solid! We need a battering ram!
Smash the lock! Use your halberds on it!
When they got inside, they found the room empty. Mr. Stapleton had thoughtfully closed the secret entrance behind him, so they thought he had escaped through the attic window. They then began to arrest everyone in the house, starting with me.
Sheriff, there's a room full of children downstairs.
A whole lot of them.
One boy, Dutch lad, says he is. He looks frightened out of his wits.
Any sign of the man?
Nah, he got clean away.
Who was he? Mrs. Clitheroe?
Who was who?
The man who must have jumped out of the window.
I did not see any man jump out of any window.
Take it away. And the servants.
I've never found an hiding hole yet.
Neither have I. Didn't you just say there was a young foreign lad, frightened out of his wits?
Aye, downstairs.
Well, tell them to bring him up here.
Sheriff wants that Dutch lad!
Yeah, I saw 3 good bits. Can I take them, Sheriff? You said we could help ourselves after the raid.
Not yet. The raid's not finished.
The beds are mine! I don't want anyone else going off with them.
Yes, well, all right, the beds are yours. But we've got to find some evidence of mass or priests. Not until we've got the evidence can you take those beds.
Come here, you little rat.
I know nothing. Please don't hurt me. Everybody knows something, lad. What's your name?
Jan,
Oh, Dutch, are you?
I am part Dutch, part English.
Part Dutch, part English. A bit of a mixture, eh? Take his clothes off.
I haven't done anything.
Oh, yes, you have. You have been caught in a papist's house, lad. And that's enough. You bring a whip.
A whip? Hey, where will I find it?
You had no difficulty finding 3 beds, so find a whip.
Please, I've done nothing.
No, I've done nothing. Only enough to get yourself hanged.
Hanged?
Oh, being Dutch, you don't seem to know the laws of England, lad.
I know nothing.
I'm sure you'll find you know quite a lot before we finish with you. Seen anybody hang, boy?
No.
Well, you see, first you're drawn on a hurdle, head down, so that your head sometimes bangs on the road. And then when you get to the gallows, they put the rope round your neck, and you mount the ladder. Then he give you speech. Crowd always likes a speech. What will you say, then, lad?
I don't know.
And at the right moment, the hangman takes you by the shoulder, twists, and turns you up. Treason needs hanging, drawing, and quartering. You're cut down while you're still alive. Then you're stripped naked and cut from belly to neck. Then your insides are pulled out before your eyes, and you can feel the executioner groping for your heart to pull that out.
I don't want to die.
How about this whip? It'll take the skin off him.
Fine. You don't want to die, you say?
No.
Well, that's understandable. I suppose you'd like to escape a whipping, too. Now hold him down.
I tell you. I could show you the priest's hidey hole.
A priest hole? Not here. Not in this house, lad.
Yes, there is. Look here.
Huh?
Oh.
This is the priest's hole.
Well. We'd never have found that by next Easter.
You won't hang or whip me.
You're a good lad. I'll not do anything to you now. It'll be a bit of a tight squeeze getting in there, so you lead the way then, eh?
Very good. I show you.
See anything, Sheriff?
Aye, this is a priest's hiding hole, all right. No priest, but the size of recent occupation.
What's that?
Apple tarts, bread, here.
What about mass things?
Well, what have you found now then, lad? Hidden cupboard. And it's full of vestments, books, linen, chalices, plates.
Gold and silver too, I bet.
Hey, and if one item of this goes missing, it'll be your neck that's stretched. Now, this isn't spoil. This is the evidence that's going to put an end once and for all to Margaret Clitheroe.
It's a pity about that lad, Mrs. Clitheroe. But for him, they'd have had nothing on you. Oh, it's getting dark. Time I lit the lantern. We'll have to do something about this pail. Jailer! Jailer!
What is it?
We want to empty a pail.
Hey, Tess, you're not still here. I said a few minutes, that was all. You've been here all day. Out with you. And drag that pail out with you at the same time. And don't slop it all over the floor.
Margaret, God be with you. I'll try to see you again as soon as I can.
Over my dead body. Out with you, woman.
Pity she has to go. Mrs. Clitheroe, there is a way you can save your life. A pregnant woman cannot be executed in England until after the birth of her child. Now, some of your friends and kinsfolks are saying you may be with child. You've only to say definitely that you are.
The council have already questioned me on this matter, Mrs. Yoward. The truth is, I cannot tell for certain whether I am or not. I've been deceived before in this, and therefore I cannot give a direct answer.
But in your heart, how do you feel?
I rather think I am with child than otherwise. And this I told the council.
My lord, what brings you at this hour to a judge's chambers?
It has come to my ears that you consider the prisoner Margaret Clitheroe is pregnant.
That is so, my Lord President, and she may not be executed if she be with child.
My good judge, you are too merciful in these cases. If she is not executed, she will undo a great many.
If she be with child, I cannot consent that she shall die.
And I am telling you that this woman is not to have the benefit of her belly.
My Lord President, God forbid that she should die if she be with child. She may have offended, but the child in her womb has not.
If she is suffered to live, there will be more of her order without any fear of law. Judgment is passed, let the law proceed.
I cannot give my consent until she is further tried.
I am only asking you to stand by your judgment, my learned judge. If it helps you, I will take it upon my conscience that she is not with child.
I will by no means consent.
Whether you consent or not, my council will have its will in this matter.
Well, then I refer it to your council, my lord. So unto you and them the decision rests. But I still have power to command a stay of execution, and this I do until Friday the 25th of March.
Then depart this city with your conscience. She will have a stay of execution until Friday, March the 25th, my learned judge, but not a minute more. She shall die that very day.
Margaret Clitheroe.
Yes, Master Sheriff.
We have come to inform you that your husband has been set at liberty and ordered to depart this city for 5 days.
And what is the reason for this?
So he will not be within the city when you are executed.
Poor John.
We are also come to you this night to inform you what day has been appointed for your death.
And what day is that?
Friday of this week.
And this day is Tuesday, is it not?
It is.
There is not much time left to me. Sheriff, would it be possible for Mrs. Tesh to come to me now?
We will tell her.
Thank you, Master Sheriff. I would be most grateful for her company at this time. Agnes, I feel the frailty of mine own flesh which trembleth at this news. Although my spirit greatly rejoices. Therefore I ask again, Agnes, for God's sake, pray for me.
I will, Margaret, I will. And I will ask everyone to pray for you.
Thank you. Flesh is frail, but I trust in my Lord Jesu that he will give me strength to bear all troubles and torments which shall be laid upon me for his sake. I hear my husband has been set at liberty and ordered to depart the city.
When he was told of your condemnation, he fared like a man out of his wits and wept so vehemently that blood gushed out of his nose in great quantity.
Oh, John.
He told the councillors, "Take all I have, but save her, for she is the best wife in all England and the best Catholic also."
Oh, how I love him. Oh, John. Will he ever know?
What of my daughter, Anne? How does she fare?
Anne refused to betray you and is committed to prison where she is being extremely used because she refuses to renounce her faith.
But she is constant.
She is constant. Have no fear, Margaret.
Agnes, only you and God know how I worry about my husband and family. What can I do?
There is only one thing you can do now. Cast away all fear and leave their welfare in the hands of God.
That I do. I also make a voluntary and ready offering of myself to a cruel death, in testimony of my love for God and the truth of my faith.
You can do no more on this earth.
There is one thing still to be done.
And what is that?
I wish to make myself a habit of linen, clean white, that will cover my body parts so that I shall not die naked, which causes me most concern.
Leave it to me, Margaret. Needles, thread and linen will be yours to protect the dignity of womanhood.
Agnes Tesh, you will have to leave now. There is an important visitor to see you, Margaret Clitheroe.
I wonder who that can be.
I wonder.
God be with you, Margaret.
And with you, Agnes.
It's the Lord Mayor himself.
Father?
As Lord Mayor of York, on my knees, I beg you to consider your husband and children, I beg you.
There is no need to kneel. I wish no one to kneel before me, least of all the Lord Mayor of York.
You mock me.
Nay, I mock you not. You look neither dignified nor comfortable in such a position.
Margaret, great pressures were put upon me to act. This you must believe.
I do believe.
All I wished was the distinction of beginning my period of office as Lord Mayor by winning back my stepdaughter. I only wished to frighten you into conformity.
Is that all?
I even arranged the raid, knowing it would be too late to catch anyone at Mass. I never thought anyone would give away the priest hole. I was dismayed to see how things developed.
Henry May? Dismayed? So was I.
You made light of things again, Margaret. The council can only see that sentence is carried out, a sentence so barbarous as to stir up public opinion still further against the council. But I don't doubt that yet I can get you a pardon.
And how would you do that?
By saying that you will conform, nothing else.
A public denial of my beliefs, nothing less.
Acquiescence to the new mood of the country would be a better way of putting it. Then you'd be able to live quietly and do what you wish. I'll see to it.
And you will see to it that I could go to Mass and receive the sacraments while I live quietly.
Oh, Margaret, you know that's impossible.
I will not deny my beliefs, God willing.
You do treasure your good name.
I do.
The Flemish boy.
Oh, what now have they done to him?
I've got him to confess that you have sinned with priests. And that the priests and you would have delicate cheer when you'd set your husband with bread and butter and red herrings.
Oh, God forgive you these forged tales. If the boy said so, I warrant you he will say much more for a pound of figs.
Then think of John, your husband. How will he take these accusations? They'll cause him great hurt.
They cause me even greater hurt. John will not accuse me that I have offended him at any time. You know the truth as well as anyone.
Oh, truth, to hell with truth. We have to save face, all of us.
We have not to save our faces, but our souls, all of us, Father.
I perceive nothing will serve to make you change your mind.
Nothing.
Well, once again you show your stupidity. Jailer, let me out. Let me out of this woman's presence.
Yes, Lord Mayor.
Right. You are a sick and evilly disposed woman. You've brought yourself, your family, and the civil authority into disrepute.
Mrs. Clitheroe, I was put in this cell to report your doings, but I've reported nothing.
Thank you, Mrs. Yoward.
You're a very good woman, Margaret Clitheroe.
Mrs. Howard, I would like you and some Catholics to accompany me and be with me when I die. At the time of my agony, put me in mind of God.
Oh, I couldn't be present at so cruel a death, Mrs. Clitheroe. I just couldn't. But what I will do is procure some friend to lay on such heavy weight that you're put quickly out of your pain.
Oh, no, good Mrs. Howard, not so. God forbid I should procure any to be guilty of my death and blood.
I cannot see you die. I cannot for all the world, Mrs. Clitheroe.
The cell is dry now. We've had no rain these last few days.
Yes, it is. The sheriff will be coming for you at 8 of the clock this morning, Mrs. Clitheroe.
8 this morning. God's will be done. Good morning, Master Sheriff.
I have come for you, Margaret Clitheroe. Are you ready to die?
I am ready.
Is there anyone you would like to accompany you?
Yes, Agnes Tesh.
She's outside and waiting. Agnes Tesh!
Yes, Sheriff?
You can have a few moments together.
Do you realise what day it is, Agnes?
March the 25th, the feast of the Annunciation of the Blessed Virgin.
Mary, Mother of God, assist me in my last agony.
She will. You've always had such a great devotion to Our Lady.
It is remarkable that I'm able to offer up my soul on this particular day, which marks the moment that our Saviour was incarnate in the womb of the Blessed Virgin.
If they had known, I'm sure they would have changed it.
I believe they would. I do believe they would have chosen any but this day.
This is the room in which you are to be executed. You may kneel down and pray first, Margaret Clitheroe.
Thank you, Sheriff. I will do that.
While you're on your knees, you can pray for the Queen.
I pray for the Catholic Church, for the Pope's holiness, and for all such as have care of the souls. I pray for all Christian princes in the world.
Don't put out glorious Queen Elizabeth.
I pray for Elizabeth, Queen of England, and I humbly beseech God to turn her to the Catholic faith, that after this mortal life she may enjoy the joys of heaven, unto whose soul I do wish as much joy as unto mine own.
Yeah, that's enough. Now, take off your clothes.
Let her die in her clothes, Sheriff. What difference does it make?
You keep out of this, Agnes Tesh. She must die naked, as judgment was given against her.
Please let me die in my smock.
No, that I will not grant. Sentence is that you die naked.
Then permit the women to unclothe me, and have the men turn their faces from me.
All right. You women, help her take things off. You men, turn your heads away. Go on. She ready yet?
Yes.
What's that thing she has on?
It's just a habit of Lillian to cover her secret parts. All the rest of her body is left naked. Surely you don't object to that?
Yeah, all right. Lay her down upon the ground. No. Put a sharp stone under her back. That's it. Now you cover her face with a handkerchief. Right. Now, lay this broad door on her. Don't put the weights on yet. Margaret Clitheroe, you cannot have your hands joined in front of your face. They must be tied to posts. You two, tie your hands to these posts.
Look, she now forms the perfect cross with her arms extended.
Get on with it. Margaret Clitheroe, before the weights are placed on the door we have rested upon you, I call upon you again to ask the Queen's Majesty's forgiveness and to pray for her.
I have prayed for her.
Then you are called on to ask your husband's forgiveness.
If ever I have offended him, I do ask his forgiveness from the bottom of my heart.
All right. Lay the weights on.
Jesus, have mercy on me.
She was, in dying, 1/4 of an hour. Upon her was laid to the quantity of 700 or 800 weights at the least, which, breaking her ribs, caused them to burst forth of the skin. Her body was secretly buried in a dung heap the same night. 6 weeks later it was found so pure and uncorrupted as though the soul had only departed from the body the day before. Margaret Clitheroe was canonized by Pope Paul VI at St. Peter's, Rome, on October the 25th, 1970. In Margaret Clitheroe by William Keenan, Elizabeth Proud played Margaret, John Clitheroe was Steve Hodson, Henry May, Stephen Thorne, the Earl of Huntingdon, Bill Wallace, Thomas Clitheroe, Jack Watson, and the Judge, Peter Copley. The Sheriff was Geoffrey Matthews, Father Mush, Patrick Malahide, Agnes Tesh, Angela Phillips, Mrs. Yard, Daphne Hurd, the Jailer, James Cairncross, and the Earl of Northumberland, Geoffrey Bateman. Henry Clitheroe was Rupert Graves, Anne Clitheroe, Gilly Grattan, Jane, Miranda Forbes, Father Reeks, John Abineri, the woman in the crowd, Joe Anderson, and Jan Petra Lear. The civil banqueting music was provided by the York Waits, and the Dies Irae was sung by the choir of Clifton Cathedral. Margaret Clitheroe was directed in Bristol by Sean McLaughlin.
We present Rosemary Miller as Molly Regan, Edward Bishop as Stanton Laird, and David Spencer as David Cope in Beyond the Black Stump, a novel by Neville Shute, adapted by Stephen Grenfell. Beyond the Black Stump.
Mrs. Regan, Spinifex Joe.
Driving as though the deal himself was behind him, as usual.
And there indeed, Mrs. Regan, he may well be.
As long as he's got my kerosene, he can have all the deals in hell chasing him.
As you say, ma'am.
You got my kerosene, Joe?
2 kilo. Secret deal of no petrol, that all right?
Aye, that's right. Let's have the meal.
Okay.
Then you can have a cup of tea. Pat and the boys will be down in a minute to unload.
Here's the mail. I'll sort my letters, shall I?
Aye, David, you do that. And you, Molly, pour a cup of tea for Joe.
Plenty of sugar.
Right.
Letter for you, Judge. And your usual English newspaper. Thank you indeed. My sister's a very regular correspondent, is she not?
Aye, she is that. Oh, here's Pat and the boys, Joe. They'll unload the drums.
Righty-ho.
Get the bottle, Molly, and the cold water and glasses.
Right, Ma.
Morning, Mr. Regan.
Morning, David.
What's that you got there, a baby kangaroo?
A long-legged mouse like this. What else would it be? The kindest hopper this side of the Black Stump.
Here are your letters, Pat.
Thanks. Hey, in the name of God, what would this one be?
The man's too proud to admit he needs glasses.
And what would a man of my age be needing glasses for?
To read, of course. On the envelope it says Bureau of Mineral Resources.
Bureau of what?
Oh, I know. It'll be from those people who were here a while back, fussing about after the oil.
God mend them. They'll not be after coming back here again.
It may say in the letter.
I'll open it then, moment. Let's have some grog in the meantime.
Right, Dad. It's from that man, Bruce, who was here before.
Here you are, Dad.
Thanks. Well, woman, what does he say?
He says he's coming here in about 6 or 7 weeks' time, and he's bringing half a dozen Americans with him from the Topeka Exploration Company.
What for, in the name of God?
To make a seismic survey.
Huh?
He says there'll be a party of 7 with 3 trucks, and they'll be working on our land about 14 miles west of the homestead.
Oh, did you ever hear the like of that?
Oh, that's what he's written here, Pat. And he says at the end that the survey will decide whether they drill a test well here or not.
Well, you can damn well write straight back, woman, and say that they're not wanted here. I'll have no part of them. No part at all.
I doubt if we have any right to refuse them, Mr. Regan.
Is that so now?
We hold this land on a pastoral lease. There's a clause in the agreement that reserves the mineral rights to the state of West Australia. That binds us to give reasonable access to the land for the exploitation of the mineral resources.
And would you call it reasonable that they should send Americans to Lara Station?
Some Americans are very pleasant people. I met a bishop once, an Episcopalian, who was quite charming. A bit mundane, I'm afraid. Very, very mundane.
They'll be working much nearer my fence than yours, Pat. I think it might be rather fun, having some Americans around.
Fun, is it? Would you be after calling it fun the way they carried on in Alice Springs all through the war? Glory be to God. No young girl living in that town that wasn't raped. And no old woman safe. Safe in the house itself, and the door locked and bars on all the windows, and Father O'Connor praying with her on her bended knees, with the damn Yankee soldiers bellowing round the house like raging stallions. Is it fun, you call it?
It wasn't like that at all, Pat, and well you know it. If there's any raping done here on Lara, it'll no be done by Americans.
I hope you don't mean me, Mrs. Regan.
Oh, no, David, I don't mean you. Anyway, there's going to be no raping on Lara Station. Heaven knows the judge here's got enough kids in the school already.
Indeed, that is very true. I shall have 6 more children in the school next month than we have desks for. The Vogue twins, and Mrs. Stockton's Elsie, and little Johnny 6, Palm Olive's little girl, and the Yardley boy. I think we ought to order 8 more desks, Mr. Regan. After all, how can I rebuke these little ones for bad writing when they had to balance their slates on their knees?
Hey, another tatterum, girl.
Come up there.
Damned Americans, always turning a man's life upside down.
Indeed, Mr. Regan. They belong to a race which possesses the capacity to do that. Mundane, yes, but vital.
7 of them. 3 trucks. Well, we can't have that many in the house.
Where will you put them?
Isn't there the shearers' quarters empty for them to sleep in? With war beds for their bedding and a stove for them to cook on.
Aye, they might go there.
Oh, you can't put Americans in the shearers' quarters, Ma.
In the name of God, why not, girl?
Oh, because they live differently to that, Dad. I've seen how they live on the pictures down in Perth.
But did you ever hear the like of that? It's a queer thing I'm thinking that the shearers' quarters are good enough for an Australian shearer and not good enough for an American, with all the lechery and evil in the world in his black heart.
Look, Pat, I can put a couple of them up at my place. If they can cope with the gin's cooking, then.
Yeah, they'd be better doing their own cooking in the shearers' quarters. No, leave it, David. Mr. Bruce knows the way things are with us. We can't accommodate that many people. Anyway, they'll have everything they need for camping by their trucks, or they can sleep in the shearer's place. Well, if it comes to that, I might even make shift to feed them myself.
You like the convertible your mother and I got for you, son?
Oh, yeah, you bet, Dad.
She'll pass anything on the highway, except maybe a gas station.
Sure, Dad. I already tested her out, remember?
You want to take it easy with that kind of automobile.
Sure.
Your mother was very touched, son, to notice just now you still have that Bible she gave you 3 years ago before you went out to Arabia. You read it a lot?
Well, now and then. Funny, isn't it, Dad? Whenever you look in the Bible, you seem to find a sentence or a phrase that applies to your own life.
I know.
Take this bit I came across just now. Here it is. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. That means Arabia, I guess. And here, the Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
He did that, son.
I guess he did. The motor that failed in that plane bringing me back from Arabia might have failed way out over the Atlantic instead of only 30 minutes before we were due to land at Lisbon.
This is my rest forever. Here will I dwell, for I have desired it.
That's true, too, Dad. I'm home again.
Among your own folk. your own friend.
Yeah, it's really a great feeling. Really great. Say, talking of friends, you don't happen to know when Chuck's due back from Texas, do you, Dad?
Chuck Sheridan? Not for another month, I'd say.
Chuck and Ruthie, how are they making out these days?
Fine, I guess. Except, well...
Except what?
Well, son, you know Chuck. He's still a lieutenant in the Air Force and likely to remain just that, I'd say.
But Chuck had a swell combat record when he flew jets in Korea.
Sure, but Chuck's kind of allergic to discipline. You know that.
Yeah, I guess maybe you're right.
He's stationed down at some big air base near Houston as an instructor.
Ah.
Last time he wrote, he said he, Ruthie, and their 4 kids would be coming home to Hazel on vacation in September.
I can't wait to see old Chuck again.
Trouble with Chuck is that every time he rises a mite in the estimation of the Air Force, he gets out of line and they slam him down again.
Yeah, that figures.
One of Chuck's brother officers came here the early summer to do a little fishing. Seems your friend Chuck is now instructing fighter pilots, and he's developed a particular technique which apparently gives him a great deal of pleasure. A technique that can't be found in the Air Force manual.
What is it this time, Dad?
Well, around that part of Texas, the railroads are mostly single track.
Uh-huh.
When Chuck goes night flying, he cruises around till he finds a train rolling along, the single headlight of the locomotive lighting up the track ahead.
Mm-hmm. I think I can guess the rest.
Correct. Young Chuck retires about 15 miles ahead of the train. Then he brings his aircraft down practically to track level and flies dead straight along the track at the locomotive with only one landing light switched on.
Oh, boy.
So far, apparently, no engineers actually died of fright, but several have come mighty near it.
Yeah. Well, I can understand the way the United States Air Force might feel about antisocial habits like that one.
Oh, sorry I took so long to make the coffee.
Oh, that's all right, Mom. Dad and I were just shooting the breeze.
And you men have the gall to say women gossip. Now take your coffee while it's hot.
Thanks, Mom.
Your mother thinks coffee should be drunk at 90 degrees centigrade.
Yes, I know.
Oh, come now. Junior, you just don't know how much you've changed.
Not as much as all that, surely.
Oh, yes. Those 3 years have made you so brown.
Is that all?
No. You're a deal more adult and self-reliant.
Well, that's something.
Junior, you think maybe it's time you got to tell us about that letter you got from the Topeka Exploration Company in New York?
Oh, yes, I was going to.
Did they say where they want to send you after your vacation?
Well, they've given me a choice. Paraguay or Australia.
There wouldn't be the chance of a job here in the United States.
Not unless I get myself married. My company gives domestic assignments to married men with families.
Paraguay, Australia. You'll want to think it over a bit.
Well, I guess I've done all the thinking I need to, Dad. I'll go to Australia this time.
But it's so much further away if you want to come back home on vacation.
I like the sound of Australia better, Mom. In a way, as I see it, that part of the country I'd be going to would be something like Arabia. Maybe not quite so bad. You couldn't run sheep at Abu Qaya.
I don't like the thought of you going back to a place like that.
Oh, it's healthy enough. I'd be more scared of getting sick in a place like Paraguay. Marshes and flies and fevers and all that.
Sure. Dry place is better.
And there's the language, too. By the time you've learned a new language well enough to talk to the inhabitants, it's time to come home again.
Well, I guess you're right. Your mother and I were talking about you today when you were downtown. We were wondering whether your work is always going to take you to countries such a long distance away.
Well, I guess that depends on how I get on, Dad. Maybe the head office in New York one day, if I make the grade.
You'd like a city life if it meant a lot of money?
Oh, I don't know, Dad. I certainly wouldn't like living in New York.
A small town's best for small town people. Your mother and I, we've been mighty happy here in Hazel.
Sure, I know that. But there's nothing I could do in a town like this. I don't know if there's any place in the whole world I'd rather live in. But you've got to be practical. There isn't a single oil rig in 500 miles.
As you say, a man earning his living has to be practical.
You know something?
Huh?
When I go, I'd kind of like to see the Hazel Advertiser now and then. Oh, not every week, maybe, just now and then. See what's playing at the movies, things like that.
Sure, I'll have it mailed you from the office. You want a Portland paper, say the Sunday Oregonian as well?
Oh, well, Dad, I don't know that I'd read it. I guess if I have the Saturday Evening Post and Life and the Hazel Advertiser, that's all I want to read.
And your Bible?
Sure, Mom. That'll make my mobile library complete.
That you, Stan?
Chuck?
Who else you expect, man? The president?
You have any luck, Stan?
Oh, I hit one, a bit low, one of the bucks. The arrow went right through him.
Good. You bring him down?
No, Chuck. I shot again, but I guess I missed.
Hey, that's the guy I shot at. I saw he'd been wounded. I got him just behind the shoulder.
You and I make a swell pair of hunters. Well, I say we rest up a bit. I'm not used to this kind of terrain.
Okay with me.
Well, I guess this is where we start to take the fat off, if we're going to get that fellow.
Sure. When I get my breath back. I'm a fighter pilot, remember? I don't do this kind of thing every day of the week either.
If some of those kids you teach to fly jets saw you crawling around the woods like this with a bow and arrow, they'd think you were nuts.
They think I'm nuts anyway.
Oh, you blame them? But, Chuck, you, Ruthie, and the kids, you like it down in Texas?
We make out okay.
4 kids. Boy, Chuck Sheridan, the perfect coordinated family man.
Cut it out. Stan.
Huh?
What'd you think of young Tony when you saw him yesterday?
You really want to know?
Yeah.
Well, it seems to me that young Tony doesn't look much like his pa or his ma. That kid's getting to look one hell of a lot like me.
Yeah. Ruth and me, we don't say nothing about that.
I guess you're the only people in Hazel that don't.
Ah, so what? There's nothing anybody can do about it now. I reckon we were all a mite hasty when we were youngsters.
Yeah, maybe we were. Anyway, it's all come out okay.
You figuring on getting married, Stan?
Oh, one day, maybe. There aren't too many girls around the places I work.
Ruth and me, well, we get kind of worried sometimes.
About me?
Sure.
Well, what about?
Well, it seems like you got the tough end of that deal of ours.
Oh, I made out okay. Reckon I got a long ways further than I'd done if I got married in high school.
Yeah, maybe so. Yeah, you got the book learning and turned into somebody, Stan. Me? I got Ruth and turned into a bum. I can't figure which of us got the better deal.
Okay, you big bum. On your feet. We'll get moving after that buck and shift some of this fat I spoke about.
Roger.
What a big beaut, David, having Americans here at Lara.
Your father doesn't seem to think so.
Oh, you know what Dad is. His back's worse than his bite.
The sheep are going to find the water situation pretty tough soon.
I know. How are you off for water at Lucinda?
Not too good, Molly. We've got a little left in the big dam.
How much?
Oh, enough to last about a month. The bores are running well, though.
Are you going to put down any more bores?
Oh, I'm not sure it's worth it. I just don't think there's any water there. We've got the 2 along the line of Blackman's Creek, and there's no sign of water anywhere else.
Oh, that's bad, David.
I know. We might put one down between them to spread the feed, but it'll probably reduce the flow of the ones we've got.
Yes. You've done well, David, for a man of only 22. Dad was saying only the other day how well you've done since you came out from England.
Well, my last wool check was 9,000 pounds.
Dad respects you. We all do. But 4 other graziers tried their luck at Lucinda and had to give it up.
Oh, there's always got to be a first time.
If we get a good long drought, a real drought, it'll dry up your bores and finish you completely, I'm afraid.
Well, let's hope we don't get a real drought, then. Why do they call him the judge?
Oh, the judge. Oh, we don't know his real name. He's called the judge because he was one. In England somewhere ages ago, before I was born. He got the sack.
I didn't know a judge could get the sack.
Yeah, well, here's one that did.
Why was he fired?
Well, I'm not supposed to know, but I think it was for taking a more than professional interest in delinquent girls.
He's a strange old chap.
He's a wonderful teacher. I do know that. He taught me history. And my sister Bridget, he taught her to speak French and German before she was 10.
Molly, now that you're back from Perth, are you going to stay here for long?
Oh, I don't know, David. I want to be a teacher, but Ma's not getting any younger. I think I'll stay here for a year until my sister Elspeth leaves college, and then let her come home and take a turn. Ma wants me to go to Scotland then, and afterwards to France and Italy. I'd like to do that before I settle down and get a job.
Oh, that'll be a grand trip. You could come back via America.
I never thought of that. Hey, when these Americans come here, David, do you think they'll be like the Americans we see on the movies?
I shouldn't think so for a moment. They don't all live in penthouses or mansions in the deep south, you know.
Yeah, I bet they don't live in places like our shearers' quarters either. When do they arrive, anyway?
Over here.
What?
Came this morning, didn't you know?
Well, nobody told us.
Oh, talking of the movies, are you going to Clem Rogerson's show at Manor Hill on Saturday?
Are you?
Well, I usually do. Makes a change.
I like to go sometimes.
Tell me on the air tomorrow night in the Natter session. I'll call in here and pick you up, if no one else wants to go.
Oh, all right, David. Thanks.
Hello there, Molly.
Oh, hello, Mr. Bruce.
Enjoyed the show?
Yes, it was beautiful.
You, David?
Yes, I did too.
Your mother and father here, Molly?
No, they didn't come. David brought me over to Manor Hill.
Oh.
Ma said they'd better stay at home in case you came over with the Americans.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. We got held up on the road. Look, let me introduce you to Stanton Laird. He's the one who'll be in charge of the party on your father's land.
Oh.
Hey, Stan! Stan, come over here a minute, will you? Okay. I want to introduce you to some friends of mine.
Oh, swell, Mr. Bruce.
Stan, I want you to meet Miss Molly Regan from Lara.
Hello, Miss Regan.
Hello.
Certainly glad to know you. I hoped we'd get onto your property today, but Don will have told you we're running kind of late.
Yes, I know. What happened?
Guess we just naturally got lost.
What, between here and Malvern Down?
That's right.
But didn't you follow the tracks the mail truck make?
Miss Regan, one wheel rut just like another wheel rut to me.
Oh, Molly's the name, Mr. Laird. We use Christian names in this country unless you're trying to be very formal.
Oh, fine. I'm Stanton.
Oh, and this is David Cope.
Oh, glad to meet you, David.
How'd you do?
Oh, you're not Australian?
No, I'm English. They call us Pommies out here. I've got Lucinda Station next to Lara.
Oh, that's to the west of Lara, as I recall it. I guess we'll be operating pretty near to your boundary.
Yeah, so if I can help you in any way, I hope you'll come over and tell me.
Well, that's mighty nice of you.
And I'll start right away by getting you a drink. What's your poison?
Oh, thanks, but I don't believe I'll take anything right now.
Oh, nothing at all. But everybody's grogging up like fishes round the corner.
Grogging up?
Aussie for drinking.
Well, maybe something soft.
Oh, what would you like?
Coke, is that okay?
Sorry, we haven't got anything like that. Lime juice, lemon squash?
Lime juice, please. A long one.
Right, won't be a take.
Don't you drink, Stanton?
Not alcohol. Not many people do where I come from.
Oh, I thought all Americans drank terrifically. I suppose I'm going by the movies I've seen in Perth.
Miss Molly, I'd say that the movies aren't a very safe guide to America. Of course, some Americans do live that way, or they wouldn't make movies about them, I guess. They'll do anything in Hollywood. But I come from the West, where we don't live that way at all. It's still kind of frontier where I come from. Ranching and riding horseback over the trails.
You still use horses in America?
Why, certainly. In my part. Where I live, there's nearly 300 square miles right close into town, where you can only go on a horse. No roads at all. It's frontier still. Oregon, in back of the state, close to Idaho.
Do you know how many horses we've got at Lara, Stan?
I'd only be guessing.
About 300, but I'm not really sure.
Heaven's sake.
Lara's just under 1 million acres, you know. It's not big as properties go up in the north. We feel it's just a comfortable size.
Oh, my face is sure red. You know what? I'm going to keep my big mouth shut about America till I learn something about this country.
Oh, no, don't do that. You don't know how much we've all been looking forward to hearing how you live and everything. We seldom get a visitor at Lara, and I don't ever remember anybody coming from abroad, except David. Hey, that reminds me. It's time we went to look for him, if we're ever going to get a drink, that is. He seems to have forgotten all about it.
Should be around about here, shouldn't it, boss?
Sure, Hank. Just about. Over there, see? That's the big limestone outcrop I showed you on the air photograph.
I get it.
Okay, down this spur, towards the flat country over there, seemed by that dry riverbed. Beneath that big limestone spur. Yes, I'd say a camp down there would be as good as anywhere.
There's not much life around, is there, boss?
Oh, Hank, just us. And a few Australian sheep.
It's going to be kind of lonesome.
Sure is. Well, I guess this is it. This is what we've come for.
You run a line of shots across the valley, boss? See where that limestone goes?
Maybe. We'll make our camp down there by the dry riverbed for a start.
Okay.
Well, let's go then.
I got the gin to make some tea, Stan. As you say, the folk at Lara haven't broken you into rum yet.
No, not yet. Say, do they always drink it that way in this country, Mr. Coke?
David's the name, Stan. They drink their rum like that in the outback. Not down in Perth. It's just like England there.
I can't figure out why they're not all nuts, the way they drink this stuff.
Oh, don't make any mistakes. The Regans are good graziers, you know.
Yeah, I know. That's just another thing I can't figure out. Your own place now. There must be a lot to do on a place like this.
Oh, there's a lot to do, all right. I'm at it all the time, from dawn till dusk. It's a bad property, of course.
Bad?
If it was a good one, I wouldn't be running it at my age.
Oh, I get you.
Oh, here's your tea.
Oh, thanks.
320,000 acres, but very little water. There's over 100,000 acres up your end we can't use at all.
Can't use?
There's not a single puddle in it. Any rain that falls sinks straight into the ground.
Would that be the area towards our camp?
Yeah, that's right, Stan. Can't run any stock at all between this homestead and your camp.
Oh, maybe you won't be so mad at what I'm going to ask then.
What's that?
Well, the strata on the Lara side are falling to the west as far as I can see. And now I'm working close up to your fence.
Mm-hmm.
The department haven't asked for us to prospect on your property, have they?
Well, not as far as I know. You're quite welcome, though.
Okay, and thanks. So what about some lines of shot holes for a few seismic readings? That would only mean a couple of trucks on the land and a few small explosions.
Well, I can't stop you, Stern, and not that I want to. We've got no sheep there because there's not a drop of water for them. And most of it I've never seen myself. If you go on it, I'd be glad to know what's there.
Well, I'll certainly tell you everything we find, Dave. Well, time I was getting back to work. The boys will be wondering if I managed to get myself lost again.
Is that you, Stan?
Sure is. Where are you?
I'm in the office tent.
Okay.
Hello there.
I just drove over to collect your laundry, and as you weren't here, I thought I'd look through some of your magazines.
Oh, fine. See anything that interests you, Molly?
Oh, yes, Stan. You really do have lovely things in America. Tell me, are these pictures real?
Real?
Yes, you know, I mean... Well, do you really have motor cars like this wonderful convertible?
Yeah, I guess so. Sure, I'd say that was about right.
Oh, you do have the loveliest magazines.
Oh, would you like to borrow some of them?
Well, if you really can spare them.
Oh, it's good propaganda. A real two-way stretch. While I'm learning about your country, you can learn a bit about mine, in case you ever visit there.
Oh, I'd love to.
Oh, that's settled then.
Stan, is it very cold where you live?
Well, most winters we have, say, a foot of snow for around 3 months. In a bad winter, or a blizzard, well, it might run to a couple of feet.
Do you know, Stan, I've never seen snow.
Is that right?
When you have snow, do you really use sleighs with horses and bells on the harness?
Only on the farms, I guess.
Lara on the air, boss.
Okay, Hank. Well, it won't take me long, Molly. And when I get back, we'll have dinner. A cookie-made maple ice cream, special for you.
What a lovely night it is, Stan.
Yeah, it sure is.
Let's stop for a while.
Swell. Do you mind if I ask you something, Molly?
No, of course not.
The judge, is he a bit nuts?
Oh, good heavens, no. The judge has got a very clear mind. Mind you, he gets a bit confused sometimes, but that's only the rum.
Well, that's exactly what I can't figure out. Now, back home, if anybody drank like the characters out here drink, he'd be right on the skids.
Oh, the judge doesn't really drink a great deal. Dad drinks twice as much.
It just doesn't seem to make sense to me.
Oh, Ma cuts it down when she thinks they'd have enough. She knows about grog. Ma was a barmaid before she married Uncle Tom.
I always thought Mr. Pat Regan was your father.
Oh, yes, Stan, really. Yeah, I suppose we're rather a difficult family for strangers to understand. You see, after Mike and Charlie and Bridget were born, Ma and Uncle Tom didn't get on very well together. So Ma left Uncle Tom and married Dad. Well, Father Ryan says Ma and Dad aren't really married. We're all mixed here, you know, Catholics.
Didn't they get married?
Well, they couldn't because they couldn't get a divorce.
Not even a civil marriage?
I don't think so. I'll ask Ma sometime.
Sure must make things kind of complicated.
I don't know, Stan. Not here in this part of the outback we call the lunatic.
I'm glad you told me all this, Molly.
Well, it'll help you to understand us. I suppose you think we're a lot of savages.
Why should I? People are much the same all the world over. You know that. We've all got a skeleton of some kind in our cupboards.
No, not you, Stan.
Oh, you're dead wrong there. I think maybe I ought to tell you about mine.
Well, only if you really want to, Stanton.
I do. Here goes. You remember that guy I told you about, Chuck Sheridan?
Your friend who's an Air Force pilot?
Yes. Well, about 12 or 13 years ago, a few months after Pearl Harbor, Chuck and I and a couple of girls, we got in a scrape.
Well, what kind of a scrape?
Oh, a real humdinger. It would have rocked our hometown of Hazel a mighty sight more than it did if it hadn't been for Pearl Harbor. But I guess the honest citizens had more important things in their minds than the misbehavior of its teenage population.
How old were you?
Oh, you're all about 16, I guess. There was Chuck and me, Diana Fawcett, and Ruth Eberhardt.
Your friend Chuck, isn't he married to someone called Ruth?
No, that's right. The same one.
Oh, so Diana Fawcett was your girl, eh?
Well, not exactly. You see, it's kind of difficult.
What happened?
Well, Chuck and I were real friends, and you know how it is with kids at that age. We shared all our belongings.
Including your girls?
I guess so.
I'd never have believed it of you, Stan.
I know. That's just what Mom and Dad said after the inquest.
The inquest?
Both Chuck and I owned jalopies, and one night we were playing a rather complicated game of touch in and around the streets of Hazel. Diana was driving with Chuck. Ruth was with me.
And you crashed?
That's what happened. I was coming down 4th Street at 70 to cross Roosevelt Avenue. I hit Chuck's Plymouth broadside on.
At 70? Oh, you must have been crazy.
No, not crazy, Molly. Drunk. I guess we all were. Chuck ended up with a concussion and a fractured shoulder. I was lucky, I guess. Only 3 smashed ribs. Ruth went through the windscreen, and she's got a mess of scars in her face to prove it that'll last her a lifetime.
And Diana Fawcett?
Diana was killed instantly.
What a terrible thing.
Indeed it was. When they had the post-mortem, they found Diana was pregnant.
Oh, poor kid.
And, well, Ruth was pregnant, too.
What did the police do?
Well, Judge Hadley figured it this way. Diana was dead. Nothing could bring her back to life again. Though Chuck and I had killed her, we were all culpable in some way. I guess it seemed profitless to the old judge to start Chuck and me on the road to the penitentiary. He sentenced both of us to a year in reform school and suspended the sentences indefinitely, subject to the chief of police putting in regular good reports about us.
You were lucky, Stan.
Nobody realizes that better than me, Molly.
You said that Ruth was pregnant, too. So she and Chuck had to get married, eh?
Well, not exactly. Ruth had been my girl, and if she was pregnant, I had a pretty good idea of which out of Chuck and me was probably responsible. The Eberhardts were playing the hell with Ruthie, trying to pressurize her to say which of us it was. Well, I guess she finally decided Chuck was more fun than me. Anyhow, she said it was Chuck, and they were married as soon as she came out of the hospital.
Stan?
Yes?
You were telling me the other day about this job your father's offered you on his own firm.
Oh, yes, I guess I'll be joining him next year.
Well, why not now if he needs your help?
We got to make a hole first.
We're here?
Uh-huh. It's just a question now of fixing the exact location. Say, talking about fathers, I guess I'm not anxious to start anything with yours right now.
Oh, it is getting late.
Okay, let's go then.
Your sheep don't look too bad.
Not too bad, David. How's the rain been on Lucinda?
Could have been a lot better. We only got about 9/10 of an inch at the homestead.
Oh, Uncle Tom says we got about 3 inches.
But then, Molly, you always get more than I do.
Oh, it doesn't do us any good. Goes straight into the ground. All the water we've got comes from bores.
I suppose that in America it falls straight into the mouths of the sheep.
Whatever made you say that, David? So far as I can make out, they run their ranches very much the same way we do. Only they seem to have a lot more water than we do and smaller stations.
Better land, in fact. Everything's better in America, isn't it?
Well, if it is, it's because they've worked damned hard to make it so.
And I just sit on my backside and smoke my pipe all day, of course.
Oh, I didn't mean it personally, David. You work harder than anybody here in the lunatic.
Just that I get a bit tired of these supermen.
Well, what have you got against them, David?
I think it's because they're so ignorant.
Oh, I'm going back. You're always on the lookout for any excuse to run them down. They've brought a bit of America into the lunatic, and I think it's done us all good.
Look, perhaps we'd better change the subject.
Too right.
All right. Will you marry me?
That's a very poor joke, David.
I'm serious.
But you can't be.
I'd have asked you months ago if it weren't for the fact I'm probably going broke this year. I've been in love with you for a long time, you know that.
Yes, I know. Oh, what made you ask me now?
Oh, just to remind you I'm still around.
Because I've been going round with the Americans.
I suppose so, yes.
Look, I suppose someday I'll want to get married and settle down, but not for a while. I'm sorry you asked me now, David, because the answer's got to be no.
I thought you'd say that. Oh, well, let's forget it.
When Elspeth gets through college in a year from now, I want to go to England.
I suppose you'd rather we didn't go on meeting.
Well, David, if that happened, I'd be sorry, but it's up to you, of course. Look, so long as you realize I'm not marrying you or anybody else for the time being, I don't see any reason why we shouldn't keep on meeting. After all, there aren't so many people our age here in the lunatic, but if you think it's not going to work out, we'll have to give it up.
Okay. We'll leave it like that.
Good night, David. I'm terribly sorry.
My dearest Stanton, I'm afraid what I have to write to you in this air letter
will be very bad news indeed. Your friend Chuck Sheraton was killed flying last week. Amy Eberhardt came round last night and told us the news. It has been a terrible shock to them, and indeed to everyone in Hazel. Chuck was stationed at a base called Harrisburg in Texas, and it appears he was instructing the cadets there in night flying. It must have been low test flying, or whatever they call it, because Chuck collided with a train. Amy was all broken up, of course. She never did like flying, so they've gone down by the Limited to arrive Thursday morning. She said it was a terrible accident, because one wing of Chuck's airplane hit the smokestack of the locomotive, and the airplane rolled up in a ball and burned alongside the track, in front of all the people in the coaches looking on. Ruthie, of course, is all broken up. So is everyone in Hazel. I mean, Chuck did so well in Korea, and then to get killed just on a silly training flight. You can't explain it. but God knows best. I am so sorry this news comes to you when you're so far away from us all. But now that you have decided when your work in Australia is done to come home to help your father in the family business, it won't be for long. I am so glad you've decided to come home, because it is at times like this that all Chuck's friends
should be together. All our love, son, and come home soon, Mother. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of God, which is in Christ Jesus our Lord.
This Anzac Day, boss, must be quite something then.
Sure is, Spencer. It'd be a heap of trouble if we didn't stop work.
Well, we never stopped to drill for our own Independence Day.
Well, I guess Anzac Day is a sort of holy day, too. You know, Independence Day, Thanksgiving, and Easter all tied up together.
Well, what do you know?
You got the cablegram ready?
Oh, yeah, sure. Right here, boss. The operator at Hastings, Jerry Lee, he's been taking down a number of telegrams from various stations. Should be just about our turn.
Okay, let's try it then.
Okay, I'll switch her on.
I'll tell you, he's cut his bloody throat.
What in hell was that?
The Lord only knows. Turn the volume up.
All stations off the air, please. Some station seems to be passing a medical message. Will that station please come in again and give station identification?
Hello. Hello. The bloody thing ain't working.
Give it to again, Bert. Ah, you've got to turn that switch to hear. Rec means receive.
This is 6 Easy Dog. Hastings Flying Doctor Service. When you want to speak, turn the little switch low down on the left-hand side to trans. And directly you've done speaking, turn the same switch back to rec. Don't touch anything else on your set. It's going fine. Right. Now turn your switch to trans and tell us what station you are. Over.
Hello. This is Bert Hancock at Manor Hill. We've got a bloke here who's cut his throat. He's bleeding pretty bad. And young Jim Copeland's gone and marched off into the bush. Hello. Did you get that?
Flying Doctor here. I got your message. In a moment, I'm going to switch you over to the doctor in the hospital. First of all, though, who was it went off into the bush? Now turn your switch to trans. Now. Over.
Jim Copeland, that was. Went off in the middle of the night. Left a note on the cookhouse table. Said he was going back to London. I'll turn the switch now.
Flying Doctor here. Was this man Copeland walking or riding?
Walking. All the trucks are here. He's a young Pommy just out from home, Jackarooey. He got a bit full of the grog last night. Well, we all got a bit full. Over.
Right, Manor Hill. Hang on, will you, while I switch the radio over to the doctor in the hospital. Won't take a tick.
Dr. Gordon at the Hastings Hospital. How did this man cut his throat? With a razor, Doc. We got him out in the veranda, sitting up. It didn't seem right to move him. Tell me how long the cut is, whether it's still bleeding. I'd say it's about 4 inches, Doc. It's bleeding pretty fast still. Real nasty. Right. Now, look, Mr. Hancock. I'll come out just as soon as I can get an airplane. But first of all, you've got to get that bleeding stopped.
Have you got any suits?
Turn it down a bit, Spencer.
Okay.
I don't know what they see, Doc.
Maybe some of us should go over with the first aid kit.
Take quite a while. The airplane with the doctor would make it first.
I guess I'll go over and take Tex with me. We're not so far away, and it might look bad if we didn't show up to help.
Okay, I'll turn it up again. See what's happening.
Well, I'll try it if you say so, Doc. I told you, though, I can't stand blood. Makes me sick in the stomach. I've chummed it once today already. This is Lauder Station, 6CO. We heard the whole of that. Mr. Pat Regan and Miss Murray Regan are leaving at once for Manor Hill with medical supplies. The journey should take them about an hour and a half in the jeep. I'm afraid those poor boys must have been terribly intoxicated. Over.
Yankee 6CO. I'll tell Manor Hill when they come on again. Listening out.
Flying Doctor, this is 6QT, Topeka Exploration. We heard all of that. Mr. Laird and one other are leaving right now for Manor Hill. I guess we'll be over there in 2 hours. Over.
Thank you, Topex. I'll tell Manor Hill. Listening out.
I'll say they were terribly intoxicated. I guess that's what happens in this country when the manager goes off to Perth for Anzac Day and takes his family along.
Except at Lara, boss.
Lara's different. I'd say they're kind of pickled. It just doesn't do them any harm anymore. Besides, they've got a Scotch ex-barmaid in the driver's seat. Maybe that's what you want to run a ranch in this kind of country.
Oh, Stan, I'm so glad you've come. They're in a hell of a mess here at Manor Hill.
I know, we heard it on the radio. What goes on with the horses?
Oh, it's this boy Copeland, the jackaroo.
Jackaroo?
Oh, jackarooing is working on a sheep station as an apprentice to learn the work.
Oh,
We've got to find this boy. He's out in the bush somewhere. Dad says he'd probably be dead by sunset. 6 or 7 miles in the heat of the day, and then you're finished.
What can we do to help, Molly?
Oh, the country's too rough for your jeep. Can either of you ride a horse?
Oh, certainly I can.
No, I mean really ride, Stan. Well enough to keep up with us all day.
Oh, you forget I was raised on a ranch back home in Oregon.
Good-o. Well, that makes one more man.
What about you, Tex?
I guess you'll have to count me out, boss. I never got around to riding no horse.
Oh, well, that makes 5 of us for the 2 colored boys. Oh, we'll want a lot more people, though. I think, Tex, you'll have to sit on the radio.
Okay, Miss Molly.
Oh, what happened to the guy who cut his throat?
Well, I'm afraid he's dead.
And the character who had to do the sewing up?
Flat out in his bed, dead to the world.
Glory be to God, I'm glad to see you, Mr. Laird. Hell, you not see the like of this between Dublin and the County Kerry. Or in the whole of the United States of America either, for that matter.
Stan can ride, Dad, and ride well. And Tex is going to stay with the radio.
Yeah, isn't that a great mercy now? We'll go up to the homestead now and see if we can talk to anyone on the wireless. It's 10 more men we'll be after needing with their saddles.
You were watching me just now when we were cantering.
I'm sorry, Stan. I had to see whether you really could ride, by Australian standards.
And?
You can ride all right.
Where do you suppose we ought to look for this guy?
Well, Dad said he'd probably took to the road at first, even though he was blind drunk. But that as soon as he got crazed by the heat, he'd leave it.
Well, if he used the road, we'd see his footmarks in the dust.
Oh, for his sake, I hope so.
You know, I think Chuck would have liked this country.
Well, whatever put that into your head?
I don't know, Molly. I guess the kind of things happen around here that Chuck would have been able to handle.
For your sake, Stan. I wish he was here.
Thanks.
I don't see we can do any better than go on as we're going, Stan.
Well, you're the boss.
We must be 7 or 8 miles out, I suppose.
About that, I guess.
Well, you could have walked as far as this by night quite easily. Although we haven't seen any traces.
Yeah, this guy's good at covering his tracks, the nut.
I'd like to keep it going for another couple of hours, if that's all right by you. Say till 5 o'clock.
Fine. I just hate to think of anybody wandering about on foot in this kind of country.
Oh, I know. They come out from home and they just don't understand. It takes a long, long time before they do understand.
Hey.
What is it, Stan?
I was just wondering, that might be over there on the road. It looks like a stone.
Oh, I don't see anything.
See that first kind of wiggle?
Yeah.
Well, on past that. The tree on the left. Just a mite past that.
Oh, it's a stone.
I guess maybe it is, but it's kind of rounded for a stone in these parts. And they're mostly red anyway. I guess I'll just take a look.
What is it?
A service water bottle. And it's still wet inside.
Well, then he must have come this way. Well, now we've got to find him. Look, Stan, hang it on that branch of that tree so that we'll know this place again. Now, let's see. We must be about 12 miles out and just past the second creek.
I guess this must be his trail.
I'm certain he can't be far away.
He isn't.
What?
See that clump of spinifex down there?
Where? Oh, yes, I've got it. My goodness, what wonderful eyesight you've got. Come on. Give me a hand.
Okay.
Well, he's alive.
Only just.
Yeah. He's burrowed right into the spinifex like an animal. Well, we'll have to cut it away from on top of him. Have you got a knife?
Sure. My hunting knife from back home.
Oh, he's scratched and torn by the spinifex grass.
And it looks as though he's bitten half through his tongue.
Oh, he's still alive. That's the main thing.
Okay. Let's fix the grass.
Oh, he needs water pretty quick.
Then we better get him up into a sitting position.
Righty. Here we go.
Here, steady now. Okay. Now, pour some of that water through his teeth.
Right. Oh, blast.
Oh, you'll just have to try and force him.
Oh, he's wasting a lot of water.
Hey, what about water? We're both pretty low, Molly.
We can get more from the river.
Well, it's as dry as a rock.
Oh, it just looks dry, Stan, but there's water there, all right.
You're kidding.
Didn't you see those little holes in the sandy riverbed where the kangaroos had been digging?
You mean there's water down there in that riverbed?
Oh, yeah, where the kangaroos dug for it. Poor kitty, he didn't know that.
That makes two of us.
Look, Stan, it's only about a quarter of a mile to the river. Do you think we could get him there?
Oh, why, sure. I could carry him that far. Or we could put him on a horse.
Oh, it's better to carry him if you can manage it. There. He swallowed a little bit then.
Yeah, things are looking up.
Now, the best idea is to make a camp down by the river.
Yeah, sounds good sense.
If we make a fire, somebody's bound to come out looking for us during the night.
This kid, Molly, he's very near to death. You know that?
Yes. It's the skin. He's so terribly burnt.
Oh, let's hope somebody sees our fire soon.
I'll throw another bush on it, will you, and give it a stir?
Okay. Well, all we can do now is wait.
And pray?
Sure. And pray.
Stan?
Uh-huh.
When do you think you'll be back in Hazel?
Depends on the well. Right now, it doesn't look so good.
Oh, you mean you're not going to strike oil?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. But all we got so far is traces in the shale.
And if there isn't oil here, what'll you do?
Oh, I guess I'll resign my job with Top-X, go home, and help my father with his automobile business.
Yeah. Yes, I see.
That way, I'll be home around July. I'd kind of like to go home and live in Hazel. I guess I've had my fill of hot countries in the oil business.
Do you know what that means, Stan?
Me going back home?
No, not finding oil. Some of us were beginning to, well, dream dreams.
Dreams?
You know. You'll all go away and only a few concrete blocks and platforms will remain to show that you've been here.
Yes, sir. I guess so.
But no more ice cream or Coca-Cola in the lunatic. No more American magazines. No more stories about how you live in America. There'll be no chance of a town growing up here in the lunatic with hairdressers and shops and cafes and theatres and churches.
Well, if we don't make a strike, I guess that'll be true.
We'll all be terribly sorry to see you go.
I guess I'll be sorry to go, too, in some ways.
Why do you say that? Surely you can't like living in a place like this. Not after Oregon.
Well, you get kind of used to a place. Besides, folk here have been mighty nice to us.
Oh, it's made a tremendous difference to us in the lunatic having you all here. In your shoes, I'd do the same. I'd be itching to get back to Hazel.
Sure, that's the way I feel, Molly. Yet in some ways, I just can't bear to leave.
Why ever not? What's so attractive about this place?
You.
You can't be serious.
I didn't mean to talk this way. I'm all of 8 years older than you, Molly, and that doesn't seem right. But ever since you let me tell you about Chuck, I've thought about nothing else.
Oh, Stan.
So that oil isn't down there. I just can't bear the thought that I'll be going away soon and never see you again. I guess there's one thing above everything else a man like me wants in his wife. That she be a kind person. And that's what you've been to me, Molly. Real kind. What your dad would say, the kindest hopper this side of the black stump.
Oh, I never knew you thought of me as a hopper.
Oh, I don't really, honey. That's sort of allegorical, like the black stump itself. But if I were to tell you that you were the kindest person I'd ever met this side of the black stump, I guess that would be true.
Oh, Stan, you're such a sweet person.
I'm in love with you, Molly. I guess I'm older than I'd like to be, and a mite too serious for you, maybe. But I do love you very dearly.
Oh, Stan.
So, will you marry me?
Yes, of course I will.
Molly.
Oh, Stan.
What about your folks? Your dad, I mean. Do you think he's likely to be mad?
Not anymore. He didn't like Americans before you arrived, but he does now.
Well, I must say that sure does take my breath away.
A track! What did I tell you? Here, stir up the fire.
Sure thing.
I knew they'd find us.
Hello there.
Dad, it's Molly and Stan. We got the boy here, Dad.
You and his mother should be burning candles to the miracles of God, the way you found the lad.
Stan found him, Dad.
Then may the holy saints reward you, Mr. Laird. Or else the doctor will be needed for this fella. We'll have to get the stretcher fixed up.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Regan.
Good afternoon, Mr. Laird. Come and sit down on the veranda.
Thank you. Molly says she told you about us.
Aye, she did that. I told the lassie you were too good a man for her, but it all flowed off her like water off a duck's back. And now, tell me, lad, what made you go and do such a daft thing?
Well, I guess everyone goes a bit daft when he's in love. But I'd say, Mrs. Regan, that this is just about the most sensible thing I've ever done in my life.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's hope you won't live to regret the day. Now, Mr. Laird, we'd best talk practical politics.
Right.
There's one or two things to be settled before this goes any further.
I guess there might be.
When were you two thinking of getting married?
Well, I haven't talked this over with Molly yet, but I'd say the right time to get married would be before I leave here to go home.
Molly tells me you're a Presbyterian.
Yes, that's correct, Mrs. Regan.
My daughter's a Catholic. Were you thinking of having a Catholic wedding?
Well, perhaps a civil wedding would be better.
Aye, if the both of you are willing to give up your religious principles, which she's not, and I don't suppose you are. However, leave that be. And let's suppose we get Father Ryan to come here and marry you, for all the ill he thinks of Lara Station. Would your father or mother be coming to the wedding?
Oh, no, I wouldn't say so. It's quite a way to come.
What it means, then, Mr. Laird, is this. You and Molly would be married here, and then she'd go off with you to a country she's only read about, married to a foreigner, to settle down alongside relations she's never seen at all. It's a big jump you're asking of the lassie, Mr. Laird.
I guess I hadn't thought about it that way.
Many a girl's taken a big chance like that and come out of it well, but there's some that haven't.
Do you think, then, she ought to visit with us first, in Hazel? My folks would like that.
Aye, I was thinking the same thing. I was thinking perhaps if she went back with you and stayed 3 months or so, and then for you to be married in Hazel. And maybe I'd come over for the wedding and see America for myself.
Well, Mrs. Regan, I'd like to talk it over with Molly first. I mean, she'll be traveling halfway around the world with me and staying in hotels and all kinds of places. Some folks might think that kind of strange behavior.
If you're thinking of her reputation, Mr. Laird, you can put your mind at rest. My daughter comes from Lara Station, so she's none to lose.
Say, Mrs. Regan...
But while we're on the subject, laddie, I tell you there's to be no funny business, or I'll see to it she never marries you at all. You needn't think you'll put a chain on her that way. We're well acquainted with bastards on Lara Station. We can always use another.
Say, you've got me all wrong, Mrs. Regan. I would never do a thing like that.
You would never do a thing like... What happened to the jackaroo, Dad? Is he going to be all right?
Oh, by the grace of God, yes. But he's doing fine. Oh, he sends a message to the two of you to thank you for saving him. The doctor's taking him to hospital in the aeroplane.
Will he be coming back to Manor Hill, Mr. Regan?
Oh, he will not. Oh, it's back home to England for that buckaroo.
Aye, there's some that's fit for working in the lunatic and many more that's not.
That's a true saying, my dear.
Pat, Mr. Laird here has been asking for our Molly.
May the saints preserves. To wed the girl, you mean?
I guess that's the way it is, Mr. Regan.
Well, now, isn't that a great wonder? That the like of you would want to wed a girl like her. Was it in the dark night you asked her now? And the two of you sitting by the wood fire under the bright stars, waiting there by the poor jackaroo while I come to find you in the truck.
Yeah, that's right, Dad. That's when it happened.
Yeah, so of course I had me suspicions, and you with the starlight in your eyes. Here, go and get the bottle, girl.
Right.
This is one time you'll take a drink, Mr. Laird, even if it lays you flat on your back as all the boys at Manor Hill.
Well, maybe just a small one, Mr. Regan.
Just a quarter of a bottle, eh? No more.
Hi there. Hello, Ted.
I thought I'd stop by.
Oh, come on in.
Thanks. Any sign of it letting up here at Lucinda?
Not a hope. 9 weeks at least before we can expect any rain.
How's the stock holding out?
I lost about 300 last week.
Jeez. Guess you won't have many left in 9 weeks.
I think I'll probably get by with about 2,000.
Out of the 4,000 you started out with. That's quite a loss.
Well, come on in and have a drink, Ted.
No, I guess I won't stay. The guys back at the rig will be wanting their chow. Oh, you, heard the news?
What news?
Well, back at the rig, they're saying, Miss Molly and Stan Laird aim to get themselves married.
Well, I dare say it's true. Do you know when it's going to be?
Well, he's going back to stateside in June, so I guess it'll be then.
He's leaving, whether there's oil or not?
Oh, there's no oil here, brother. Oh, this is a dry hole. A busted flush.
Well, Stan Laird's a good sort of chap.
They don't come any better. Too good for me, I guess. Oh, well, so long for now. I gotta beat it, or those guys will tear me apart.
Dad, may I speak to you?
Why not? Aren't you me daughter?
It's about David Cope, Dad. Could we do anything to help him, do you think?
Glory be to God, girl. And why would we be after helping one like that against a normal summer drought, girl? Sure, if we help him this time, he'd be coming to us and expecting help every third year when the rain's short.
Yes, I know, Dad, but I would like to help him this time, though. You see, I had to be rather unkind to him, Dad. It's not the time to be unkind to anyone when his sheep are dying off like flies.
Was the lad wanting to wed you?
Yeah, that's right, Dad. And I had to tell him I was going to marry Stan Laird.
The blessed saints themselves preserve us. But is that a reason why we'd take 4,000 sheep upon the property, and them so starved that eat as much as bullocks?
Yes, it is, Dad, if we can do it. If somebody here was, kind to him now, it'd even things up a bit. How many sheep would we be running now?
Oh, hard to say, girl. 33, 34,000.
Dad, could we take his sheep and not get into trouble ourselves?
Are you still thinking of him, girl?
No, of course not. I'm going to marry Stan. Could we help David, Dad?
Listen now, girl. I'll drive up and have a look round number 10 bore tomorrow and see how much feed we've got up there.
Oh, thank you, Dad.
You'll be bringing bankrupt ruin on the Reagans, my girl. Sure, we could all live the life of Riley himself if we had no sheep.
There it is, honey.
But it's so large. You always told me Hazel was a small town.
Oh, that isn't Hazel down there. That's Portland.
Oh, Stan, that river, it's enormous.
Yeah, it's quite a river.
I've never seen so much water.
Well, as we Americans are supposed to say, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Will they like me, do you think?
Mom and Dad? Well, they'd better.
I'm scared.
Oh, honey, you got no cause to be. They're just ordinary folk, like the folk in the lunatic.
Oh, darling, you're wrong there. In the whole wide world, I don't think there are any people like the people in the lunatic.
Well, maybe not quite so nuts. Anyway, there's no cause to worry. So relax, honey. They're going to love you, as I do.
Mom and I had quite an argument about that jacket, Miss Regan.
Mr. Laird, couldn't you call me Molly? It'd be much nicer.
Okay, Molly it is. Junior wrote us in a letter you had bronze hair, so I figured a two-tone suede jacket and a kind of brown would suit you best, but Mom here said green.
I was right, too.
Sure, honey, then you always are. Anyway, Miss Molly, you look mighty nice in it.
Oh, it's beaut. Oh, you've been so kind to me. I don't know what to say.
Oh, shucks, why shouldn't we be? It isn't every day we have a prospective daughter-in-law to visit.
I think it's very brave of you, my dear, to come such a long way to meet us. Junior wrote to tell us about you not being engaged yet, and Dad and I think that's real sensible.
Well, I think it's a bit of nonsense, Mrs. Laird. Stan and I wanted to get married, but Ma said we weren't to be engaged until I'd stayed with you for a bit. The only difference is that I haven't got a ring.
Your Ma's right, dear. Oh, by the way, if you want to, you can call me Helen, children. So they're fixing a bungalow for her.
When's it going to be finished, Dad?
I'd say in about a month. Dan told me Ruthie'd be back here in Hazel in the fall.
Has she got any money?
Not a lot. I guess Dan kind of worried about that, too.
Poor Ruthie. All those kids, too. I guess he sure got the rough end of the stick after all.
Lucinda Station, near Malvern Downs, Western Australia. 26th August, 1955. Dear Molly, as far as I can make out, nobody here in the lunatic seems to be writing too much, so here goes. The last of the Yanks have gone now, and there's nothing left of them except a few slabs of concrete on the ground, and the 4 3,000-gallon water tanks I bought off them with some piping and brought over to Lucinda. We had a really good wet after you left, and all the creeks are running, which sort of makes up for the rain we didn't get in the summer. The sheep are doing well, what's left of them. Thanks a lot for getting your old man to give me a hand. You've got some marvelous feed on your place out past your number 10 bore. You saved my bacon, and I'll never forget it. thought I'd send you a wedding present with this letter. It comes to you with my love, you know that. It's a book of poems. A Shropshire Lad by A. Houseman. It may not be your first wedding present, but I hope you like it. I've marked my favourite poem in the volume with a faint cross in pencil. Oh, when I was in love with you, then I was clean and brave, and miles around the wonder grew, how well did I behave. And now the fancy passes by, and nothing will remain, and miles around they'll say that I am quite myself again. I've been going over to Lara quite a bit since you went away. They love getting your letters and hearing all about America. It must be quite a place. It's been pretty dull here since you went away. But your old man says he's going to find me a yellow girl or a good-looking gin, if you can imagine such a thing. So I'll be all right, I suppose. All the best, David.
Now, you just sit down and relax.
Oh, dear.
They're back, then?
Yes, Amy, Ruthie, the 4 children. All of them. Claudia and I have been there all afternoon helping them to get into the new Eberhard bungalow. Sakes, my dear, if ever there were 2 worn, haggard women and 4 weary, fretful small fry. They're just plumb tired out, all of them.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Well, Ruthie brought back a whole sack of dirty diapers.
Oh, good.
I know Ruthie would appreciate it if someone would have put them through a washing machine and hang them out.
Right, I'll go round and get them right away.
And if you wait 5 minutes, there's a kettle of potato soup that it won't take me a moment to warm up.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name's Molly Regan. I'm stopping with the Lairds.
Oh, hello there. I'm Ruth Sheridan.
Yes, I know. I brought some potato soup.
Oh, thanks.
And Helen said there was some diapers that needed washing.
Well, have you come to do the diapers?
That's right. I'll do them in our machine and bring them back in the morning.
Oh, thanks. They're all yours, sister. Wait till Pa comes back with a car and he can drop them off at the Laird house for you.
Oh, I can carry them. They're no weight.
What? You don't mind walking down the street with a sack of diapers?
Why should I?
Say, you wouldn't be the girl who came back with Stanton from Australia.
Yes, that's right.
Well, what do you know?
Or in motor cars.
Stan told you what happened to us when we were kids?
Yes, he did, Ruth. I hope you don't mind.
No, of course not.
When I was coming over here from the Laird house, I saw your boy Tony in the street. He's an awfully nice kid, he really is.
You notice anything about him?
Well, of course I did. He's just like Stanton, isn't he?
And you don't mind?
Well, Ruth, why ever should I?
Well, it's got to be a lot more noticeable these last few years. Oh, I guess we were real wicked in those days. Wicked and crazy.
Now, listen, Ruth. You really mustn't think that I'm upset about it. I really do mean that. I come from a place that's very different to Hazel. More irregular, I suppose. Where I come from in the lunatic...
The lunatic?
Yeah, that's what it's called, honest. Anyway, there are a good few illegitimacies there, both black and white. Well, I'm one myself, for that matter.
You are?
Yes, I am.
Boy. Hey, does Helen know that?
Well, not unless Stanton's told her. Ruth, Tony is Stanton's son, isn't he?
Yes, honey, I guess he is. Oh, I kind of hoped he might be Chuck's, but... Oh, well, maybe I did wrong when I told everybody the baby was Chuck's, but I'll never be sorry I did it.
Of course you won't. Nobody's any the worse for what you did.
Maybe not. Oh, I don't know.
Ruth, I'd best take the diapers now. Anyway, the lads will be expecting me back for supper. Hazel, near Portland, Oregon, United States. When I came into my room just now and read what I'd written, I realized it wasn't the sort of letter I wanted to write. So I tore it up and started again. All day I've been thinking about this letter. I don't suppose you'll understand, but I will try and explain. Hazel really is a lovely little town, and all the people here have been terribly kind to me, especially the Lairds. But a number of things, small things, it's true, have begun to get me down. That's why I just felt I wanted to be alone in the privacy of my room to pour out all I wanted to say to somebody who really knows me. But it really is just marvellous here. The country's so pretty and the people are so nice. And the shop's so full of everything anyone could want. The road's so good. The motor car's so lovely. Oh, it's exactly like those advertisements we used to look at in the American magazines. Do you remember when you got so angry and said that I thought the American supermen were better than anybody else at everything? Oh, it's all the opposite to Lara and the lunatic. So it's crazy to be always thinking of home. David, I wish you'd write again sometime when you aren't too busy and tell me more of what you and everyone else is doing. I hope that now the wet has come, things are better for you and Lucinda. If only you had water there, it'd be a marvellous property. You'd be able to marry a beautiful girl from Perth and be rich and have hundreds of thousands of sheep and lots of children. But of course, Lucinda is one of the driest properties in West Australia, I'm afraid, and there just isn't anything anyone can do about it. So, the beautiful girl in Perth, whoever she is, will just have to remain single. I know I'm going to be terribly happy in this lovely place, but it's going to take a little time to settle down. My love to the yellow girl, or is it girls? Yours, Molly.
Hiya, Mrs. Ladd.
Hello there.
Mom sent me over to get the diapers.
Oh, you must be Tony.
That's right. You the Australian girl that came back with Stan?
How did you guess? Oh, I've got the diapers right here.
Gee, you look just like an American. Say, what are you laughing about?
Did you think I'd be like a coloured girl?
I've seen pictures of Australians in school, and they were all coloured. Long spears, and they threw things called boomerangs that come back.
Yes, that's right. But there are a lot more whites than coloureds in Australia, just like there are here.
I guess I didn't know that.
There are a lot of things you don't know, young man.
I guess so, Mrs. Ladd. Mom said to say thanks for the diapers. Bye now, see you later.
He's an awfully nice kid, isn't he, Helen?
Why, yes, I guess he is.
It's all right, Mom. Stanton told me all about him.
Oh, he did?
I'm sorry, Helen, but I can't help laughing. Stanton said he wasn't sure if Tony was his or Chuck's, and he meant it, too. As if you couldn't tell just by looking at the boy.
Tony is Chuck's son, Molly.
But, Helen, he can't possibly be. Stan must have been exactly like that at his age.
You never knew Chuck, Molly. I guess he and my son were pretty much alike.
Oh, it's all right, Mom. You mustn't cry. It's not going to make any trouble whoever. Stan told me all about it a long, long time ago. Not long before he heard Chuck had been killed. And I don't mind a bit. Honestly, I don't. Now, you come and sit down and I'll get you a nice cup of coffee.
He is Chuck's son. Ruthie always said so, and she ought to know.
But it doesn't matter whose son he is, Mom. He's a nice kid, and that's all that matters.
You wouldn't want him around the place if he was Stan's child, Molly. But he's not Stan's. Stan was never wild like poor Chuck.
Mom, Stan was only 16 when it happened, and he told me all about it.
I just don't understand how you young folk look at things these days. I mean, what would your own folks say if they knew?
Oh, quite used to this sort of thing at home. We live a long way out in the bush, and things happen there that wouldn't happen here. Why, I've got a whole family of half-caste, half-brothers and sisters living with us on the property that we don't talk about too much. I don't mind about Tony, and it just wouldn't mean a thing to Dad or Ma either. They just laugh.
What did you say about half-caste brothers?
I've got 3 of them, and 2 half-sisters, yellow girls. You see, there weren't any white women in the district when Dad and Uncle Tom first went to Lara after the 1418 war, and they lived with gins, the black women, you know. Of course, they gave that up when Ma came along. I suppose we're really a lot worse than you are here. Honestly, you needn't worry about this any more, Mum. You just forget all about it.
Molly, let me get this straight. You don't really mean you've got colored people in your family?
Well, Dad and Ma are pure white, of course, and I'm pure white. But I'm living on the property, and they're colored.
You mean real colored? Like the colored folks here?
That's right.
Stan never told us that.
Does it make any difference?
I just don't know. It's all been so sudden.